did you wrong, and I never led you on.
And it's like it's hard to give you clips.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, ski. This the Hood Analyst Podcast. We talk about that real hood. Look, Trap not here today. Trap, you better be watching the stream.
Yep.
We
he
live.
said he was gonna be watching.
Yeah, he better be watching it. I know he watching it. He like a hawk.
I know.
He a control freak.
He watching either the cameras.
He watching me right now. He like, is he doing it right? Nothing.
One of the cameras.
I know you, Just right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I called him Trap
See?
twice already. Sirski, look, this is a Hood Analyst Podcast. We talk about that real hood. Yeah, I know what y'all got to do. Where my sword at? Y'all know what y'all got to do. Like, subscribe, and share this shit.
Yep.
Beautiful ladies. Good intellectual conversation. Shit that's going to make you laugh. You might learn something. You might think outside the box. I know I do. I smoke a lot of weed and think outside the box.
I be doing that too.
So today we're going to be talking about the things that's invisible. I heard Alexis talking about it a little bit earlier. Power dynamics in a relationship. Things are changing.
Oh, shit.
The internet is here. Social media is here.
Oh, shit.
Women can go and work. It's the real world. It is what it is. I personally think that niggas just need to level up, but we going to see.
Yeah.
You want to start it off with some questions? Or
You got the first question?
I got
Go ahead.
I got all of them.
The question.
Okay. Well, first off, y'all can introduce yourselves. You want to
Start.
Let's start this way. You start. Since you're already talking, let's go this way. I
Okay.
think that's fair.
It's your boy Killbody. Get in that mode and stay in that mode. Hey, Sirski. Shout out to my little brother, man. I'm proud of him. He came out with his own little clothing line working out. He got me back into working out.
Oh.
I used to be in shape when I was in high school.
You didn't say that was your brother lying.
I'm not going to wear it if it's not. You know me already.
Oh.
You know me already.
Okay.
Big Mo. And he named it after what I say. Big,
That was perfect.
my little brother. Come on now. I'm a good
Damn,
big
that's
brother.
fire.
I'm
Shout out to
an
bro.
oldest brother.
Damn.
I'm the oldest. I got 3 other siblings. But yeah, that's me. Y'all know me already.
Aw.
Okay. What's up, guys? My name is Kayla Love. I'm an artist. I sing and I rap.
Cool. It's
Okay,
Alexis
all right,
Callie. Y'all already know me. Back.
I'm Alexis Callie cousin. My name is Samira. I'm also the oldest sibling of 10. And
Yeah.
we're gonna get into it.
Sirski.
Like that. One, I can hear the difference that you not. Directly
Yeah.
mic, so I think
She
that
got
shit,
a wireless mic.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
Right,
she
Mike?
got it
Okay,
on.
got it. It's my go?
Yeah.
I'm Swiggy Belafonte, all capital letters. I kind of be doing that. I ain't nothing God don't allow me to be. And I'm just here. We gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk, and that's just that. So yeah.
Sirski. All right, let's start this off. Who's gonna? You want to do like an answer thing or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can answer.
You go first, and we're gonna go around this way. First question. Who has more unrealistic expectations when it comes to dating, men or women? Right now. Come on, this should be annoying. Who got the more Who's more delusional?
All right. Why you gotta call it delusional?
Delusional is a strong word.
We guilty. We guilty.
I wanna start with. Oh man, Mila, that's my daughter.
Damn, you
I'm
saw
a curse.
her
I'm a
expect.
curse. I'm a curse a little bit tonight. I
Get
can
right.
see that.
Get right.
That's one thing.
Get right.
I really don't like to curse. But first of all, I think you know damn well that it's females. I think you know damn well.
I like this
It's
energy.
females.
I love this energy.
I think you know that, and that's my answer. It's females.
All right, okay.
That-
You want to
that, like-
elaborate? You want to? Is there? Come on, what goes on?
Okay, say the
inside?
question again. I know what I'm answering.
Who
to, but
got
say-
more unrealistic expectations?
Okay, here we go. Whoa, it's still females. Don't.
You
Are
want?
they
Oh,
unrealistic?
you gotta elaborate. You
Are
gotta
they
elaborate.
really
goal.
unrealistic?
Share your-
They're
Sure.
just standards.
First of all, I'm out. I'm very outnumbered. That's one. According
You
to
got
females.
me. You got me.
Got it. So,
I didn't say
yeah.
if I agree with you.
Don't
yet or
let
not,
them
but
jump me. Don't let them jump me. Because I don't think they liking what they're hearing already just by her saying
Just
no.
elaborate on your point.
But got it. So my reason why I say that is that, because, okay, the way that niggas really don't really be caring about nothing.
Talk
is
to
like,
him.
It's like there couldn't even be an actual expect outside of outside of A nigga really don't care what we doing at all, actually. But then a woman comes with expectations, actually. That's exactly what she coming with. So it's, but what we doing? Where we going? Because the way that I know that's so true is put it up to us. Let y'all be taking us out and say, well, what you want to do? Let it be the first time. Let's talk about it being the first time meeting that said female, right? Let you say, well, what you want to do? And you want him to be dead serious. Like, you want him to be honest as possible. What you want to do? Ask that question and also allow him to be extremely honest. 9 times out of 10, he's not going to be that honest because that's not a common thing to be doing.
Talk to him.
But here's how it will look.
I got fed up.
I
want to fuck.
Can you ask me a
That's
question?
why don't ask me what I want to do because I want to fuck.
Time out. I want to go and I'm gonna close it with this. Can you ask me? We role playing right now. We're about to go out on a date. Just met you, literally.
I want to ask you a question about what
Just
you like
ask
to do.
so that I could get past my point and then go. So we go. So we
What you
role
like
playing
to
right
do
now.
for dinner?
No, we ain't say nothing about dinner. First of all, I forgot I was hungry. I forgot I was hungry. I forgot that eating was something I had to do right now. So just say, hey, what you want to do tonight?
What you want to do tonight? You asked me, right?
Fuck.
I know that's all y'all think about.
Okay, well, look.
And then what
You
though?
know-
That's my thing.
you
Like,
know how-
okay,
you
what,
know-
y'all care. All y'all care about is fucking.
Okay.
We're gonna fuck. We
Not
fuck all
y'all
the
care about
time
is that.
already.
I'm no time out. First of all, I wasn't speaking
already
for
fucked.
just me.
Like-
I was just speaking in general because that's literally what
I
it probably is.
know.
But technically, it would be, yo, honestly, I would like to just chill. We could do whatever. Like, yo, you want to go to the crib? Let's just chill in the crib. Do that. Or, you know what? It's daytime. Let's go out. Let's do something like that on some outside shit, park, whatever it may be. But ultimately, I know what I want to do today if I'm attracted that way.
All right, so
So my
here's
expectations
females.
is very low. Y'all have more.
Okay.
Okay. What about you, Samira?
I feel like. Repeat the question one more time.
Yo, I
Right?
hope- yo, I hope you lie.
Where were we going?
Okay. The question is,
Because there was so much I could have said.
who has more unrealistic expectations, men or women?
I feel like men are slightly needy, and they want so much from women. And one, like he said, oh, they will ask me. A woman will usually plan a date. They won't ask you no questions. We know what our man like. We'll take him. Oh yeah, I know my man like seafood or steak. We gonna take him out to eat.
Right.
Or we know he likes sports. We could go here to the lounge, watch this, or some chill stuff. Men just want to stay in the house, and like he said, fuck. You literally made it look bad for y'all men.
Right.
No, I don't think I made it look
But
bad
the thing
because
is-
y'all also want to sit in the
No,
house
this
and
is
fuck.
the thing. We're gonna.
Y'all also want to sit in the house and fuck. No, I wasn't trying to.
every day.
I wasn't even speaking for me. I'm saying
Yeah,
in
we can
general.
do that at the end of the night. That I thought that doesn't even count.
I didn't say
You know
what
I'm
time we
saying?
was starting
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
said
If we're in a
fucking.
relationship.
Y'all have identified the things that we expect, but which one is more? So you're saying men expect more.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying women expect more. I'm saying women expect more.
Support us enough. I feel like they're very unappreciative in relationships. Certain men.
Oh
I can't
my
speak for all,
goodness.
but
Oh my goodness.
that's how I feel.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I feel like, I think most people would say that we have the most unrealistic
Who's we?
expectations.
Who's we?
Women,
Okay.
but are they really unrealistic? So I think women, we just fall in love with potential. We see a guy and we know that he can just be more than what he is, and like just amazing.
Okay.
We know, like, dag, if he worked hard, he could be this. If he was faithful, if he was all of these things, like, that's what we fall in love with, potential. So they might be unrealistic because you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be that.
Why nigga gotta be in shit?
To the person that's thinking
asking.
that they're unrealistic, I think that they think that they can never be that. So it's
Yeah, that's
unrealistic to them. I mean, it's just my opinion.
Okay.
Got it. That's fair.
Kayla.
Yeah, I second that, actually. I agree.
Yeah.
What with me? Right?
No,
So,
no.
so you agree that, all right, so you agree with me on that part, but do you agree that men have the more unrealistic expectations, or you feel like women still have?
I feel like women still, men are kind of simple.
Yeah.
I feel like,
That's what I was basically was getting
yeah,
at.
men are simple. They like,
Super simple.
women usually make things more complicated than what they have to be.
Yeah.
Because they expect so much.
'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also because, like she was saying, we fall in love with the potential and what we actually want from you. So I feel like at a certain point, like us women, like we have to know that that man isn't going to be able to have those standards, and we just got to move on and find somebody that can give us what we want.
I think we got to fall in love with who they already are
Yeah.
and not fall in love with who we think they will be one day, or like we have to really accept them for who they are.
Right.
I agree.
So,
I
and that's the
agree.
hard part
I agree,
for
and
us.
I'm not trying to. Well, wait. First of all, before I even go, one thing I was told is the way how we doing this episode, and just in general, don't do too much over talking. And I'm sorry because I might have a chance of doing that, but I know better, so I'm gonna be conscious of that.
Nah,
but I
cool.
think I agree with everything. Well, not that I agree or disagree. I get that. I think that one thing I believe that too, before you go to the next question, is that this is what I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. What I believe is everything that y'all said about said men, and what the one thing I said, because you also didn't go, bro. You didn't say how you feel, but what I believe is that, or what I understand, or what I seen from my experience, I think that's a better way to say it, is that 9 times out of 10, we gonna find what it is I'm talking about. Who this nigga y'all talking about then? And where he at? Where he at?
Oh, he's out there.
Yeah,
Oh, he's out there.
Yeah.
And you love to say that. He's out. Yeah, he
He
exists.
definitely is out there.
Yo,
Somebody for
everybody ain't Sierra.
Somebody for everybody.
And every nigga ain't Russell Wilson. So where's
Listen,
he at?
nobody's gonna be 100%.
Yeah, I know
Right.
nobody.
You
but
know,
for us,
but-
we gonna get our close to 100% more than y'all are.
That's
what-
true. That's true.
We gonna do that. You know why? Because if nothing else, it's the women that are saying what you're saying, and y'all are good women, right?
Absolutely.
We gonna get us a y'all. We gonna get us a y'all. Who's this nigga? He ain't even in this room.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes-
somebody for
Who
everybody.
I'm talking about is probably in this room
But
out of all four of
sometimes,
y'all.
if men don't change, they can just end up being old and alone.
Yes.
I see that a
on
lot.
the
And then
last
they go
episode.
with younger women, and that's when you
Mm-hmm.
see that a lot. And
Yep.
it's like, well, how come you don't have a wife? There must be something wrong with you. Like, so at the end of the day, like, men aren't perfect either.
Not something wrong with you, but
9 times
like
out of 10, we getting what we talking about. Let's see how that works out for y'all. Actually, let's resurface this in
I think we do
10 years
We
from
need
now.
to
Let's see.
we do need to bring back a little bit of our expectations. We need to stop expecting so much. Stop expecting a fairy tale. But you know what's so crazy?
Yo, bro, you heard her? You
We
heard her?
really
Ain't that what you just
You know
asked?
what's so
So
crazy?
that's the point. So she
Listen.
literally just said the answer to what
I'm
you
gonna
said.
say this though.
Y'all
Can I
need to
say
bring
this,
back
though?
your expectations.
Can I say
And
this,
the
though?
question was, who has more expectations? And you just ended it with, we need to bring back our expectations. I don't agree with that with us as far as niggas.
He
I
said
don't think
unrealistic expectations, not
expectations at all. Y'all got to bring it back. I don't think we got to bring it back at all.
Well, my man, he don't think I gotta bring it back. Like my future husband, I don't think he thinks I have to bring it,
Yeah,
bring
because
it back.
that
I
nigga's
think
perfect
he's
in
gonna
your
be
head.
perfect.
Yeah, that, see? I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
But look, let me say this. Like I think that damn, you made me lose my train of thought. What I was gonna say after that.
Expectations you was
And
worried
I feel like also too, it depends on how we're brought up. Like,
I gotta leave for because this is going somewhere.
You got a what?
Sorry.
You good?
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I feel like also too, it depends like on how we're brought up. Like with my dad, he always did everything for me, and just seeing that as an example, like that's just how I want my man to always be there when I need him. I could call my dad on anything. He always spoiled me. So
Your
like,
mother-
my expectations are always
Your
high.
mother feels like that about
See?
him? I'm
She
not
feels
saying
how I
yes or
feels
no.
about the
I'm
whole
not
dad
saying yes
thing.
or no.
Look out for my mother now to the
I'm
day.
not.
Yes,
Okay, got it.
yo,
Got it. I like that. 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 I wasn't saying it like as not the case. I was asking, does your mother feel that way about him? Because ultimately, you his daughter, and how I'm not playing about my daughter, Mila. I haven't got to where I am with Mila, the way that I've been with any woman. So that's why I asked. So if your mother feels the same way, then okay, yes. Got it. I agree.
Next
All right.
question.
No, you didn't. You didn't answer. You didn't go. No, you didn't go.
I've spoken on this. I already.
Well, nigga, right now we
already
here
know,
it
they
is.
already
His
know my
answer.
opinion.
That's not fair because
They
there's
already know my-
somebody that didn't see whatever said episode
I
that
think
you
women
did that.
expect way too much from a nigga. Look, I'm
Exactly.
grinding. I'm on my shit. I'm doing what I gotta do.
Oh, I knew what I
I'm
was
staying
gonna say.
consistent. I'm in that motherfucking modi. And The reason why I'm single is because these bitches expect a nigga to just be able to be Superman and fly and always. Shorties don't know how to. They don't know how to understand no. That's why I'm.
You know, it just hurts. It hurts my little heart because the expectations that we give you guys, I know it's like it comes off as like unrealistic and like we want you to be something you're not, but like it's
not
like you really can do it.
Yeah, but y'all want us to do it.
And who you want me to
but
be?
y'all want us to do it on y'all time.
Who you want me to be? Yeah, you're right.
Cook.
You're
They're
right.
gonna change
You're right.
for the person that
Cook
they want
and
to
don't
change
stop
for.
cooking.
Yeah.
And
So just leave, then that be my thing. Stop, get out my face.
Exactly. That's why I'm single, because I'm not doing nothing on a shorty time. I'm doing that shit on my
I
time.
respect that.
And if she could follow
But-
that, then
but-
I respect that.
Ultimately too, at least in my mind, ultimately, we don't got no other option. Y'all also have an option. When y'all get tired of niggas, y'all start playing a little bit different.
I don't know. Girls,
That's one thing. And then the second thing is
a woman
the
could
second-
never do what a guy really
That's a
needs
fact.
to get.
That's a fact. I agree with that.
Protection,
But then the
shelter. When the
second
shit
thing-
boil
now
down
what-
to it, it's gonna
but-
be two bitches looking at each other.
I agree. Now watch the second thing that I'm at least what I feel. So nothing I'm saying is just right and set in stone. It's just my opinions. Also, y'all don't even like each other. We actually found out.
What,
Y'all don't
girls?
really fuck with each other a certain way.
We never- when we said
y'all
we
so
did,
catty with each other.
When we said we
because you ever
did.
be laying with your girl and she start talking about her friends, it's a whole like, oh, you really don't like her like that.
Nah, it's probably not talking about it, but we dramatic.
you-
we complain. We just complain about
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
So what you think we doing if
We'll
that's
be
the case?
complaining about, oh, she was in the bathroom. She took so long when we were supposed to be out already. Like, we just complain a lot. It's not really nothing personal. Now, if you see your girl really talking bad about her friend
No, well, that I wouldn't like anyway because ultimately,
and she's still
yeah.
friends with her, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
your girl is weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like we always kind of probably complaining. Like, guys should expect that, and y'all be too. Don't think guys don't be talking.
Oh,
y'all talk
God.
mad shit about y'all boys. I know mad
No, that's not
shit
common. That's not
about y'all
common.
boys
Is that
from
common to you?
y'all.
what's the weirdest thing
Bro,
you
is that
heard
common
from,
to you?
What's
That's not common. I don't know that.
What's the-
I don't
That's
do
mad
that.
What's the
comment.
weirdest thing?
I don't know. That's
All
a
of y'all,
weird
all
thing.
three of y'all heard a guy say while he was pillow talking. Y'all cuddled up late at
That's
night.
a good one.
About another guy or a girl.
Anything.
Anything.
Something that maybe turned you off. Maybe not look at
That's
him
a
the
good
same.
one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good question, bro. That was a very good question right there.
Is there like an exact moment when a shorty loses respect for a man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell me
is it
about
just
that.
me? Look,
Yeah,
it's
get
just
right.
me.
Tell me about that.
I've been. No, wait. Time out. No. Damn, am I doing it? I'm sorry, but no. I've been the nigga that happened to. So I want to say that, and I'm okay with saying it on actual camera.
Well, how did your shorty
do y'all
start
wanna go
acting?
first? Do
For
y'all-
all
do
the
y'all wanna go
niggas
first?
out there, how did your shorty start acting?
So
when
she wasn't necessarily my shorty, but she technically was at the time, and she fired. Well, duh. But she's one of the ones. Shorty from Harlem and whatever. She know who the fuck she is if she ever see this. So crazy shit. I was fucked up. Like fucked up.
Yeah, that's
I
usually
ain't-
when they.
No, but I really know this level of fucked up was like different. But see, I've been fucked up, but I have my way while being said fucked up. And I didn't even know that this was coming. So here we go. And she was the type of shorty that it's like she was opening up phone lines for me. Let me get a phone. You paying that phone
yeah,
bill?
you was down bad.
She was willing to buy an apartment for me.
That's where you.
that she's not gonna live in.
OD.
She gonna do that.
OD.
Yo, but we.
Goddamn, you must have been fucking the shit out of her.
We had a very good night of.
That's that hobo D.
Watch this,
Sugar
watch this.
mama.
That light-skinned
This-
shit.
look,
Behavior.
everything with me is real big on plot twist, right? So we had a very good night of sexual intercourse, and
And
I'm not gonna tell
wait,
you.
what night? That night? What night?
She bought you an apartment and then you fucked
No,
her.
she
She
didn't buy the
splurged
apartment.
on you.
No,
She
she didn't
blew
buy
it
the
back.
apartment. She told me. So that happened like prior to when she gave up to what you saying.
Okay.
So she was asking me like, "Yo, start looking. I'm gonna get you an apartment." Like this and that. So whatever. But in that time, it just clearly you can't do that overnight. So it was whatever. So she comes to. So at this time, I'm fucked up, bro. So it's I'm by my man's crib, right? Well, no, because I want to say that for the plot twist. So we had a good night of, like I said, sexual intercourse, whatever. We grown, and I think everything is cool. Like I'm doing what I'm doing. She doing what she doing.
That mood swing.
No, we wake up in the morning. Now, see, this is what I didn't tell y'all. And this is where it get nasty a little bit. And this is why I say, you know what? This is probably why I cut off. Because what I'm about to say right here is,
Hurry up and get to why-
we in my, got you. We in my man's crib.
Where did she lose
Mind
respect
you,
for you?
Got this. Watch. Once I say this, you gonna already know. We in my man's crib, but it ain't his crib. He's a roommate with another nigga.
Mm-hmm.
We in the crib. Yo, niggas had in the living room. Niggas had like because his roommate was a producer. He did music. Bro, the studio booth that they built. This is like a built studio booth.
Okay.
That was our bedroom for the night. In the living room, but it's a studio literal booth. Like it's just
Okay.
the booth in the living room.
Okay.
So what we did in that studio booth.
Okay.
We woke up.
She fat.
Now to what you're saying. But prior to this, we already did sexual days, but whatever. But yo, we wake up
She
that
got
morning.
a big back.
We got that morning, and I went no. She's actually very fire. That's why I'm like, damn, I don't even know how we got this far. But anyway, so we wake up that morning, bro, and she goes, yo, I'm leaving, and I would like if you never talk to me ever again.
Oh, damn.
I said,
She was
what?
fucking you like, this is last. I'm
I
done.
said,
This is last.
no, I literally, I'm like,
She think
what?
I'm about
What do you mean? What do you
She
mean?
checked out.
What do you mean? I'm not like taking back all the way, so I'm
Wait,
not like
so you
mad.
ain't even get the apartment yet?
So I'm like, oh yeah, that was
Oh, yeah,
over.
that wasn't happening.
Yeah, that
She
was
just
quiet.
I'm
Damn.
not
Shorties
about to come to
be-
your man's
Yo,
booth
just
just and get you. No.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
said,
that
yo,
happened.
she said, yo, look, you just ain't got it, and I don't even feel like you're ambitious enough. And I
Yo,
don't-
that's
and
a
I don't wanna
fact.
deal with
That's
that.
a fact because you brought her to your man's like you.
But we did
your
what we did prior to that.
Yeah, but
at least
that
I
don't
would.
matter.
You right, but
Your
I
ducks
know, it
not
don't
in a
matter,
row.
It don't matter. It don't
Your
matter.
ducks
It
not
don't
in a
matter. It don't
row.
matter. But to your point, that's I've been in that position to where that actually happened, and I was so shocked. And to this day, she won't even talk. She won't even say hi. It's almost like she's mad at me. How you mad at my broke?
She was investing. She was investing in your ass the whole time,
Okay.
and you was over there in the booth
You
and
just
shit.
told that to the internet, and I'm clipping it.
Yeah, I don't mind that. That's my real story. That's my real story. That's me. That's how I felt.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's what I went through.
Yeah, have y'all thought of? I'm doing my research. The time, like, is there an exact moment where you lose respect? Is it
All right.
gradually falling off? Because I feel like shorties are super loyal. They'll stay with a nigga. He don't have to have shit. She gonna see that potential in you, like they spoke. But it's a moment. At least I've been around a little bit, and I just started to notice, like, yo, she not fucking me the same. She don't want to fuck when I want to fuck. She nag about everything, little shit. And I started noticing it, like, later on in life, like, oh, she don't fuck with me no more. But the thing is, y'all confusing. Y'all
We have deadlines.
But y'all stay with a nigga that y'all don't fuck with no more.
Because
until y'all
his deadline is not up.
until y'all find another nigga.
His deadline not up.
That shit is, I hate that shit. But
We give you deadlines. Like, for example, right? If I'm just meeting you and I'm just like, oh my God, come on, so nice. He looks so good. Like, damn, like, I'm going to give him a try. He seems like he's, there you go, potential. He really ain't shit. But here I go, falling in love with potential. Oh, he must be just a, he'll be fine. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He'll be fine.
see, and I'm cool with
Stupid.
that. I'm cool with
But
that.
I'm stupid. But it's unrealistic.
Stupid.
Is it unrealistic?
It's unrealistic because y'all be saying and mentioning shit that y'all know that the dude can't provide at that time.
No, that's you thinking you can provide. You're not confident enough in yourself. And I need my man to be super I don't care if he got $0 in his pocket my birthday tomorrow. I need him to be like, you're gonna have a good birthday. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's
He don't
me.
even know where
That's
it's
very
coming
me.
from. You get
That's
what I'm
very
saying?
me. I'm on top of this broke shit.
So,
but you ain't gonna know.
if you don't
That's why I'm
have
mad
at
she did
least
what she did,
that,
'cause she knew.
You lost me.
Yeah.
And I'm running this shit. Period. Shouldn't I run it?
But time out, because that's one way. That's one way to look at it. But then the other way is, you ain't. You know how they say? What they say? What's the commercial? You're not yourself when you're hungry. You saying that, and that's the morals that you stand on and you live by as far as that. That dick do something different, and you know that. That dick do something different.
But that's all
you put up with a lot of shit when that dick hit a certain way.
You crazy as hell. I don't put up with a fuck thing. Dick can't do nothing for
that dick
me.
ain't hit a certain way.
I don't give a fuck if it was a horse dick. I don't care what kind of dick.
I didn't say nothing about a size. I just
size, curve. I don't give a fuck. Nobody dick. Nothing can make me stay if you don't respect me. And by not respecting me is by not caring about my feelings. So once you don't care about my feelings, I don't care about yours, which means I'm not gonna respect you. I don't care how you feel about.
Yo, bro, how we got to talking about caring about feelings when we was talking
it's always about feelings.
Said broke.
It's always about feelings.
So a nigga not being able to provide is disrespecting their feelings.
It is.
He said, when do you lose the respect? I lose the respect when you don't care about my feelings. And my feelings, like for example, with that girl. Her feelings were hurt because you don't know what the fuck she was doing over there scraping the money together to get you the apartment. You over there keying and trying to fuck, but you not even trying to worry about putting the money back in her pocket. So it hurt her feelings to know that you wasn't even trying to be on the same time she's on. So
talk.
You get what I'm saying?
Talk
so
to
she
this,
don't respect you.
Talk
So
to this
like
nigga.
you're here.
Talk to this nigga.
But you ain't there though. That's your past. So
yeah,
right?
that's actually a very, very far past too. But yes, you're right.
But
okay.
Yeah. So that's when we lose the respect, when we feel like you not respecting us. Like you don't see our worth. You don't respect me. Like if I feel like my feet shouldn't touch the ground, then my feet shouldn't touch the ground.
See,
if you don't feel like it,
when the fuck do you start feeling like your feet
yo,
shouldn't touch the ground?
But that's
I'm just saying.
But you
I'm
don't
just
understand.
I'm making that up. But if I feel like that,
yeah,
and if you don't feel like my feet should touch the ground,
but that's what I'm saying.
Next,
y'all
you get what I'm saying? He might not feel like that.
A lot of y'all feel that way. And what I'm saying is,
sorry, we have confidence. We know that we're queens. We actually know that. We feel it.
I'm literally an example of that. I went from like a man who it was like hard to do certain shit. It was like my standards I set for him where I brought him down for him a little bit. And he still couldn't even meet that. So therefore, it was like he didn't respect me to a certain point, you know, because that's just how he was. But then I had to realize, like, listen, I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I deserve. And I respect myself enough to leave and find what I'm actually looking for.
And that took time, right?
Yeah, it took time.
You didn't just leave him overnight.
No, it took a lot of healing. I actually stayed until I hated him.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah, do that a lot.
You know, because like I felt like a little bit in me, like 2% wanted him to change.
Right.
But it was like over. But then I found another man eventually down the line, and he provided like everything, like
where that nigga
emotionally, all that. He's still around. What you talking about?
Oh, talk to him. Okay, all right.
We gotta.
When y'all good one, they always gonna be around, right?
I respect that.
Yeah, and now the ex one, he mad as hell.
All right, well, we're going to go light on him.
Okay.
Maybe he's figuring it out and he's going to get there.
About from you, it's all about confidence. You even mentioned emotional. All I'm saying is all of that shit is a lot to ask for from one man.
You guys ask
that's
for a
my
lot
thing.
too. And that's the thing. You don't think what you ask
Yo,
for is a lot. You think that it's 1, 2, 3. You just asked for an apartment.
I didn't ask for that motherfucking apartment. No, the fuck I did not.
You was fucking her like you needed a house to stay at.
Time out. I did not ask.
You wouldn't have fucked her like that if you ain't need a house to stay at.
I have
no, because no.
You ain't
no.
shit.
I was time out.
What I'm saying is,
no. Wait.
What?
Especially because we
What?
recorded. Wait. No, I did not ask for shit. And I ain't never even touched this girl.
You knew the type of chick she was. That's why you said, yeah, I fucked her all crazy. Because you knew she was going to get that apartment.
I'm fucking all crazy regardless.
Because a smart bitch wouldn't have been fucking you to begin with.
No, that's not true. Because I got some smart bitches that wouldn't.
No, you probably got the pussy, but it didn't come back around. She's not staying, boo.
I didn't ask for shit is what I said. That's what I said. I ain't asked for shit. I'm standing on that.
Next question. Do men actually lead in relationships, or do women just allow men to lead? You go first.
That was really good. Come on.
Whoa.
You're good.
I ain't gonna lie. You
really getting good.
Are you reading this off of something?
I come up with the questions.
Like on the fly, you just start.
This is
doing
just
it?
questions that
I
I
think
ask
that
people
I'm-
in real life.
I'm
I
allowing
wanna-
them to
I like
to
to know
lead.
the in betweens.
Y'all do this every episode, or you just be.
I want to know why people choose the
I
people
know
they
answer
choose.
it. Well, I also don't want to answer first, so
I like
matter of
fine-
fact, you answer first, and then I'll go.
I like finding out why people choose the people they choose.
All right, so go
Alright,
ahead.
so-
So
first.
you said do women lead, right?
Do men lead in relationships, or do women just allow men to lead?
Women, we allow them to lead, but they choose to not lead. I feel like we have to take the lead. Oh my God, what?
Keep going. Elaborate.
Y'all being biased.
No, I just feel like we give them the opportunity to be in control, and we want them to, have that power where we don't
I do agree.
have to do as much in relationships.
I do agree.
But I feel like some men are lazy, and we got to kind of encourage them to want more for themselves or want more for our relationship. We got to encourage them to communicate with us if something go wrong. Like, we got to initiate everything.
yeah,
That's how I feel.
by me making you my boyfriend, man, husband, fiance,
Nigga.
I'm allowing you right then and there to lead me.
Talk to him.
That's what I'm expecting, for you to lead me. So once we are in a relationship or we are married, yes, I'm allowing you to lead me. But yeah, if we're not, then no.
Okay. Kayla.
Yeah, I allow a man to lead, but I'm always on my own path. Like, I'm always the leader of my own life. So, like, I feel like he'll have his own stuff he'll have going on. I'll have mine. And once I start feeling like, okay, he's not leading us in the right direction with certain things, and I'm going to be like, oh, no, I'm going to fall back and be like, listen, we need to get this together. And if that's the direction you choose to go, I'm not obligated to still be by you and still have you lead this relationship, because that's obviously we're going in two separate directions. So I would say that if anything, I'm always the leader in my own life, but I'm always gonna allow the man to lead, but to a certain extent.
How long is that extent though? Because I would have to admit, us women, we move on we give up pretty quick, and men, they do kind of hang on. Even if they hate their wife, their girl, they do kind of even if that girl got
'Cause niggas can't
she
get no pussy
she
nowhere
could
else.
probably gained a bunch of weight, she let herself
That's
go.
not
I
true.
feel like men still do kind of stay around longer than us. So what do you think? Do you think we have a cutoff where we're like, all right, you can't do this for this amount of time?
I feel like it's a mental thing. I feel like it's when we feel mentally over it, or we tired of telling them over and over what we want change or what we need, to succeed as a relationship, and they don't, meet that expectation or try to do better. Or more.
How many times do you need to tell him for you to be
I
like
feel like no more than 3 times. I know we give people chances,
Now this no more than 3 times.
3 times?
You know damn well
Okay.
you told her more than 3 times.
Yeah.
3 sound about right?
damn-
I feel like
you
for
know-
mature at this big
you
age,
know
3 is
damn
right.
We're not
well.
gonna give up on the first time.
Yo, bro, are we being real right now?
We're not gonna give up
You
on the
know
first time.
damn well you done told one specific nigga in your world more than 3 times.
No.
Oh, well then I guess I don't have those problems then,
Depends on
because
the
that.
situation, like I said. It depends on
Not
the
me.
relationship, the bond, everything. So.
What's your number? More than 3? What?
Nah, 3 is about right.
3 is about right?
The first time, maybe he didn't know. The second time, he got to get used to it, or he has to understand what I'm trying to get him to
Third
understand.
time.
Third time, either you slow or you don't want to do it.
No, there's no question. Third time, what happens?
I got to figure out, are you really you just not
That
getting
sounds
it?
questionable. That's how I
Because
know
some
you're
people
not
don't
standing
really
on
be
it.
getting shit. Some men don't really be getting shit. For real, for real. We be having a lot of nice men out here.
Yo,
They be
we
good
do
men.
what y'all
And they-
allow us to do, yo. We do what y'all allow us to do.
Can you?
Don't, stop speaking for all of them.
All of who?
You sound so guilty.
No. See, and that's what's gonna make this whole conversation bad, because I definitely do sound guilty.
Can
but-
women actually be attracted to men that they have to lead? That's a
No.
question.
No.
Okay.
Yo, what the? Yo, y'all niggas is just out here just saying shit. Are y'all afraid of the cameras or something?
No.
That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a
I
lie.
agree with them. I agree with them.
I'm gonna get very
That is a lie.
unattractive. Because I'm a very independent woman.
Can
right?
you ask it again?
And
Can you ask it
I'm-
again? Can you ask it again?
I'm
sorry
very
to cut-
driven.
Can you ask it again? I want it to be said on record. Can you ask the
But
question
if
again?
I have to teach a man how to lead or just basic skills, let's just say like money management skills at a certain age where he should already know all of this already, then it's just like, it's just not gonna work.
So you're not even attracted? So no matter how good he look, no matter how good said sex is, because I know I go to that, but I'm saying that because those are factors. No matter none of that, all of a sudden, because you have to teach him how to, what you just said, you just lost all attraction?
Say it to the camera.
Absolutely.
Say it to the camera.
That's how that works?
Absolutely.
This is what we trying to teach these niggas. Say it to the camera.
You really believe what you're saying right now?
Yeah.
You don't?
I'm
No.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
No.
There's
elaborate.
a certain
I do not. Well, I can't speak for her or none of y'all. That's why I said say the question again, because
Can women actually be attracted to men that they have to lead?
And the reason why I disagree with
Yes or no?
women, no. The reason why I disagree, or the reason why I say no is because, okay, your question wasn't, can you women such and such? You said, can women?
Yep, I study human nature.
I'll start getting on my phone right now and show you a bunch of women that they had to lead, and such, in other words. So technically,
But
the
are we
answer is-
attracted to them? We could be leading them the whole
You're
time.
not.
Just know we're not attracted to you.
We're
We
not
just
your
there.
See, now
mom.
I'm
We're
learning.
not supposed to be telling
Now
you
I'm
what
learning.
you should be doing
Now
with
I'm
your
learning.
life or where you should be going. Because if we're grown women and we
Nah,
already
you
know
got it.
what we want and where
I'm
we're
shutting
going,
up. I'm
we shouldn't
shutting
have
up.
to tell you as
I'm
grown
shutting
women.
up.
And we
I'm
could be
shutting
there
up.
and not be attracted.
I'm shutting up. Yes. I'm shutting up. I didn't
Talk
see
to
it
him.
from that. I didn't see it from that angle. You are definitely right. And I agree with that, and I'm shutting up. I'm shutting up. I don't mind being wrong.
like
I
it.
don't mind being wrong.
No,
That is-
that's all
that
of
is-
us.
that
We
is the
just
right
have
answer.
different perspectives.
That is the right
like-
answer. That is the right answer. That is the right answer. Yes, you're right.
You got any that you still want me to keep going? Or you
Yeah.
want me to answer the question?
No, yeah, answer the question too.
Nah, my nigga, you look.
My daughter
It's a
calling
lot of-
me, so I'm gonna pick up.
They got a lot of terms
Oh,
out there
okay.
right now. High value man, boss chick, all of this bullshit, da-da-da. But I think I just look in between the lines to see the nuance and the things, the intangibles. And the
Doing
truth
a
is,
podcast, but-
this probably might piss her off a little bit
I'm sorry.
because she kind of contradicted herself. But the truth is, women want men that's going to lead them. It is what it is. We don't care about what you got going on when you're dealing with us. So my answer is, y'all don't allow us to lead. When y'all choose us, you following us. It is what it is.
I think
If you allowing him to lead, then that's your bitch. You're not really attracted to him because you feel like you can take over if you had to.
I feel like I'm the man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, y'all don't allow us to lead.
I don't-
we naturally lead, and we gotta just grow into that role.
No, we allow you.
No.
Because we have a lot of women. A lot of women are super strong, and even me, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of not letting a man lead.
But did you like him?
My point is, I'm allowing him to lead if he is leading.
Yeah, but my point is, if you're allowing him to lead, then you don't really like him.
No,
No.
if you
do.
allow him to
No,
lead, you don't
we're
really like him.
allowing
I
you to
don't.
lead.
I don't know where you're
Listen,
going with
it's
that.
a lot for us to let
You
a
might got
man.
to break that down more.
Listen, wait. It's a lot for us to let a man lead. It's not as easy as it sounds. Like y'all just be like, "Oh, why don't you just let a man lead?" You asking me to put my life in your hands.
Yeah, that's
exactly. Yeah,
No.
it's a huge role.
Sorry.
Look at these niggas. Are you crazy?
No, and if
For
you,
my
as soon as you
life
start
and-
going this way,
Like if it had
Yo,
to be
I
my
ain't never
life,
asked no female
had
to
to-
put
now I
her
gotta
life
really,
in my
like,
hands.
analyze
That's nothing I
everything.
ever said out my
Like-
mouth.
But
I gotta analyze
your life in
everything
my
about
hands?
this person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
leading.
I think once again, and I gotta stop giving this disclaimer throughout the rest of the episode.
It depends on if you want to have kids or not.
Ultimately, I really
No.
ultimately as men, we know what the fuck we're supposed to be doing.
What you
Do
supposed
that.
to be doing?
First of all, why y'all feel like y'all talking like y'all mad at me. I
just
kind of
wanna
was
know.
on y'all side real quick. Like,
I just
hold
want to
on.
know what a man's
Hold
supposed to be
on.
doing.
Yeah,
Within a
watch this.
relationship?
Watch this.
So,
Make a woman life
Hey,
easier.
Yo, you gonna let me answer the question or no?
Answer the- answer-
You gonna let me answer the question?
How does a man make a woman
Answer
life
your question
easier?
first or hers?
Ooh,
You
I
let me
like
know.
that
How does a
question.
man make a woman life easier? What do you guys do? What do you provide?
Okay. So answer your question first, right?
My question you have to answer.
Straightforward.
Stay on your
Come
question.
on, answer the question.
Got it. How does a man make a what? A woman what?
How does a man make a woman's life easier? Like,
How does
what
a
do
man
you
make a
do?
woman's life easier? Cool. Damn, I got so much to say to this. But just to answer it literally, I believe in my mind a man can make anybody. Fuck that. Let's talk human. Making your life easier is doing everything, or at least having the intent to do everything that you would do for self and what you want to feel like. And once you understand that woman, you understanding her brain, you're breaking her down, because ultimately how you gonna make your life easier. So if I understand how you gonna make your life easier and what makes your life easier, what you gonna do, because ultimately you're a good woman, right? So you're already gonna do these things without a man doing it. So if I understand my woman a certain way and what she's gonna do for herself and what makes her life easier and what she does, that. And then on top of that, there's a lot of things. It's just like, okay, I could make it a lot of easier. Like, you don't got to wake up and do such and such. You don't got to, when you walk in, what do we say? Or not what we say.
What's your role, though? Like, you saying we could do this and we could do that, and that's the same shit we be saying. Y'all could do this and y'all could do that, and then we look crazy. We look unrealistic. But,
yo,
what?
You didn't answer
anything.
I think I answered it.
You said what I would do, but what?
As a man,
I said whatever
what
it is.
do you do?
Okay. So and I talk a lot, but in my mind, in my opinion is whatever it is that you know that you want for yourself. If I'm your man and I'm choosing you, and I understand you, everything about you that you're already doing for yourself, it's in my best ability to make sure that I'm making it that easy to keep going. And then on top of that, it's okay, keep going with that and some, but I can't we'll sit here for another 10 minutes, 15 minutes talking about the specifics. But ultimately, hold up.
I'm not convinced.
Ultimately, I don't like the fact, and I'm not saying this, y'all, and I hope this shit don't hit a soft spot with nobody, because I don't know nobody's father. Yo, women, right? Let me talk to you, come on. Women be having a lot of expectations.
I know.
What your father looked like and what he did.
So?
I didn't say so or not so.
What your father look like?
Judge me by not
what
look,
your father did, because it should be a perfect example of what you should be doing.
The technical answer to that would be.
But my dad, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do.
You, I already said I'm not talking to anybody in specifics. But women in general have a lot of expectations, or they have any expectations. Can you judge me at bare minimum, judge me by what your father did?
If I've compared you to somebody, of course you might be better.
How many women have a father that actually was a noble man?
If I compared you to anybody, it's a lot of people I can compare you to. Listen, where you'd be up here and they'll be down there. If that's what you're saying. If my dad ain't shit and you think that justifies everything that you do, it doesn't.
No, all I said
make
was,
both of y'all not shit.
I agree with that.
Father or not.
I agree with that. I'm not saying it like that's what I'm saying is, let's start there. As women, all right, at least start by judging me by who your father is.
All right, we start there. You ain't shit just like my dad. Now where do we go?
Well, I can't. Well, one, like I said to you, so I know you're not making it personal to me.
Yeah,
well, I hope you're not.
No.
But one thing, because I said that, I also stand on. I have a beautiful 2-year-old daughter. Mm-hmm. Niggas couldn't say that. I wouldn't. That ain't gonna be the case.
Right.
If they do say that,
you see how confident you are when you say that.
Yes.
You know why? Because your daughter is looking at you and she's like, "Damn, that's my dad, Superman." Right? That's how you look at your dad. That's how your girlfriend look at you. That's how your mom look at you. So when we do that, it kills us when y'all say like it's unrealistic and y'all looking at us like to do the impossible. It's like, no, we really see that these men, especially black men, that y'all really could be kings. But
could be?
Yes.
Yeah. Are.
We trying to say that, but y'all be telling us that y'all
not. You have to act like a king. You can't just be a king because you are. You have to act like one.
You have to be one.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
You got to do king shit.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Right. First of all, a lot of arguing that I'm gonna do back and forth with y'all. Trust and believe, I don't mind taking accountability, and I'm gonna say when I'm wrong. So just know that, because I kind of feel like y'all coming for me.
No, it's not even about wrong. It's about perspectives, because it's gonna be stuff we learn too. Like, we have to learn men, period, as well too. Like, it's not
let's
easy
talk
to
about it.
We simple.
Let's talk about it.
But
And we so motherfucking simple that it's like, why? Let's get there.
All right, go ahead.
Back to the
Can you have a question that's gonna say something to make them hold accountability? Can you do that?
Yeah,
can you come up with that?
Go ahead.
Okay, back to the parent thing. I feel like, okay, you don't get to choose your parents, okay, at the end of the day. But you have the choice to choose how you value yourself. and what you want out of life and what your expectations are in a partner. So you can come from a family where, okay, yeah, my dad wasn't shit, but that teaches me that I want a man who is a king, who is going to treat me a certain way.
I didn't say you shouldn't want that. I didn't say you shouldn't want that. Hold on, I gotta cut you off with that because I didn't. And now this is a purposeful
No,
cutoff.
you said we should compare it.
This is a purposeful cutoff. This is a purposeful cutoff. Like I know that I'm wrong and not to overtalk. I know that. I'm purposely cutting you off and nothing because I'm not gonna let you fuck up what I actually said and what I meant. I didn't say nothing about what it's.
But if
at
we're
the
gonna
end of the day, because I'm also still talking in the conversation we're saying, and I also heard from the ladies out of here, maybe not you specifically, I don't know, but I also heard from the ladies out of here, yeah, he got 3 chances. Okay. So after these 3 chances, while I walk out this door, after these 3 chances, I'm still liable to say, everything you're expecting, understand your father didn't even do that.
So?
But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So?
Okay.
Either way,
So both of y'all.
whatever the father did to begin with, that doesn't mean that I have to lower my standards or I have to bring myself down and accept it.
I don't think you should either, but I'm liable to say that.
Nah.
Hold me to the standard of what you know.
But if you feel like
the reason why I'm
if you
saying
feel
father
like you're
because
a king, you go find your woman that sees you that way. But I'm personally not gonna see you that way if I don't see you that way.
And if
that's
you
why
feel
I
like,
said
if
everybody
you feel like
needs
you're
to
a
move
queen.
on. Yeah, if I feel like I'm a queen,
but then
and I feel like my feet don't need to touch the ground, and you feel like no, your feet
Oh no!
touch
Oh
the
wait!
ground,
Oh
I'm gonna
shit!
find a new guy.
Oh shit! I
just
forgot you said that. That
Yeah.
feet
You know
don't
what I'm
touch the
saying?
ground thing. I'm not saying you wrong because now I'm gonna teach Miley that, my daughter. I'm gonna make sure that her feet don't touch the ground. But I'm gonna also be realistic. Where the fuck that nigga at that's making sure your feet don't touch the ground?
It's men out here that really won't let your feet
All we
touch the
ever
ground.
hear is there's men out there.
I'm not
there.
even saying that's my
Where
type.
he at?
I'm
Where
not
he
even
at?
saying that's my
They
type.
are
I'm just
air.
proving a
Where
point.
is he at?
Because if I tell him,
really
Where is
just
he
proving
at?
a
I told the
point.
man, okay, my
Where
feet better
is
not
he
touch
at?
the ground. He's gonna make sure my feet don't touch that ground.
Where is he at?
Because I'm a queen in his
Women love to
eyes.
say, yeah, he exists. Where's he at? Where's he at?
Well, I
Why
got
you
one.
saying where he at? Like,
Where's he at?
he's in his skin at home.
In this world that we live in, where he at? Out of all the niggas in the world that you know, whether it be a brother, a cousin, or a
whole
nigga you
point
fuck
is-
with, where's he
Listen,
at?
the whole point is that don't matter.
Well, everything I'm saying and everything that I would expect, I could name multiple women on that. If you ask me where she at, I start getting in my phone.
We simple.
Where's this nigga at that they talking about? Where's he at?
We don't want him.
He's there.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
playing.
I'm playing.
Where's he at? Because you know one thing is, you can't pick up your phone and call that said man.
Yes,
can't.
I can.
Well, you got a man, and right now you standing on having a man, and you believe who he is, and I'm
All
not
right,
gonna shit
so
on him. I
listen.
don't
All
know that.
right, I'm gonna
But
go back. I'm
the
gonna take a
average
little bit of
woman
accountability,
can't
right?
actually call that nigga that we talking about.
Listen, we fall in love with potential, right? That guy that we said probably didn't let our feet touch the ground is probably a corn. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably corny. We probably
Russell
don't have too much-
Wilson.
Let me listen. Let me talk.
Oh,
we probably
don't clip that. That was
Listen.
wild. But technically, Russell Wilson.
We don't.
He's probably very corny.
We fall in love with
Probably
potential.
extremely corny.
We fall in love with potential. So that guy that's not letting our feet touch the ground, he probably missing a lot of characteristics or the stuff that we want in a guy. So back to we fall in love with potential. We might look at him and say, maybe he might become funny one day. He might loosen up or he might be. And when he doesn't, it's just like.
What I got from
That's
that is
it.
what I got from that, and I'm not saying you're wrong.
But
I
if we
promise
felt
you.
like one day he might just be like, you know.
I'm not disagreeing and I'm not arguing either. What I got from that, what I personally got from that was, I'm you now. Yo, I still got it and I'm outside a little bit and I'm doing what I'm doing. And before I end up on this corny nigga, I'm gonna at least see what's out there and try.
And let me translate.
That's what I got
All
from
right,
that.
cool. Let me translate it for a guy, for a male version, right?
Mm-hmm.
When y'all see a girl, oh, I see her, she mad pretty. Oh, what I really want to. Oh, let me say this. I've been dating her for a while, been messing with her. We sleep together here and there. I don't really know if I wouldn't marry her, but I'm gonna still keep fucking with her though. Why not? I'm gonna still keep. That's the same shit.
But while
You
doing,
wasting people's time. You know you wouldn't marry this girl. You know you wouldn't have no kids with this girl or nothing, but you still gonna keep fucking with her. It's the same shit.
I agree, but while we're doing that, while we're doing everything you just said specifically, while we as men are doing that woman, because if she's
It don't
not,
matter why you're doing it, it's just wrong. We're
got it.
both wrong.
I agree with that. But
So you're not about to justify it, but go ahead.
I'm not, but I just want to say this.
You think that's wrong?
Hold on. Do not skip it. Hold on. Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. While we as men are doing that, the difference between men and women is if it's not just a plain old hoe, like you're just a hoe. And also, I know actual prostitute hoes, but if it's not just that, 9 times out of 10, that woman still thinks that she needs to be respected, so she's moving with some type of respect. So while we're doing that, wasting time, she's giving us every type of wifey treatment.
Yeah,
You
I know
don't do
you
that.
pray. It sounds like you pray on it.
You think we
So
your nigga
you
because we're
using
just
her.
there?
It sounds like you praying.
I'm not saying I'm
using
praying.
it.
I'm saying, in other words, okay, there's a saying. This one we clipping right here. Matter of fact, women fuck who they want and marry who they can. Men fuck who they can and marry who they want.
Talk to him.
I'm gonna get me a wife no matter what. You don't know you gonna get this husband you talking about.
You're right. You're right.
Thank you.
You so happy about that.
I'm not happy.
You killing shit.
I said
You killing shit. Nah, you ate that though. You ate that. Nah, you ate that. Nah,
I
you
got my
cooked that
little
up.
moment.
You ate
right
that because that's actually, I think it's true. I agree.
Yes.
And that's
Also-
what.
also-
All right, that's what makes us nervous.
Time out.
That's what makes us gotta weed niggas out because
on top of all of what I'm saying, if it sounds like I'm speaking for like team fuck niggas, I have a beautiful
You was at
2-year-old
one
daughter,
point.
and I'm not about to let nobody be a fuck nigga in her world as long as I can control it. So I don't want y'all to think that's the case. Now, yes, I am bitter from certain things that I've been through, but I'm not just out here just thinking. No,
right.
I'm a single man.
Are you dating to
Where I end
marry?
Yes, I was about to get there. That's crazy you said that. Where I land next, I'm not even about to play with the slightest.
All right, we're gonna go around right quick. Samira, are you dating to marry?
Y'all
Kayla.
all gonna say that as women,
Kayla,
dog.
are you dating
I
to
want
marry?
one woman to say, no, I'm not. I'm out here just trying to fuck. I want to hear that. Where that girl at?
We
Why y'all
have
got that?
people up here that's like saying that.
Family.
Yeah, we have people. I have guests up here that's like, yeah, I don't want to get married. Yeah, I just
Those
want
ain't
to.
the ones that's here right now. So you know her answer is gonna say yes. Now ask him.
No.
How you know she gonna say that? Are you
Well, she
dating
already
to?
got a nigga.
Because she could not currently be dating to marry. She could just
That
be
don't mean
dating to date.
I'm ready to settle down
Yeah.
yet.
But are you dating to marry? Like, are you going for him only if he could potentially be your husband?
No.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I think that's most
respect
women.
that
They just be
motherfucking
capping.
realness.
I respect that.
Yes.
I respect it too. I think that's most women, but they just be
Yo,
capping.
word.
So
I'm not.
I agree with you.
I'm not capping, but I respect that.
I agree.
I'm dating to marry.
But the crazy shit is, even if you are dating, here it goes back to what I just said. Even if you are dating to marry, that ain't up to you.
No, you're right. But I'm dating with intentions to marry.
Yeah, that's
Like, don't date me if you really don't plan on getting married, like at all. That's not even a. Just don't date me.
okay. And then if the person that isn't doing that, next.
True.
But at the end of the day, you still want to be married by someone,
Yeah.
and you're gonna spend time.
With someone that has potential. I mean, that has
And
intentions.
that goes back to what I said. Where he at?
It's a lot of guys who have intentions.
There's always a lot of guys.
You just want to be the guy that's there. You want to be the guy like, where is he? I'm here
No,
though.
I am.
Come
I
fuck with
really
me.
do. No, not fuck. No, just
Nah,
don't
I'm
say
just
fuck.
saying,
with that.
like,
But-
you just saying like, where's
No,
the
because
guy?
I
He's
really
never
want to
around.
find out where he at, because y'all never actually can say he's right here.
He would never be in the room with working with me. That's why.
Oh.
That's why you never hear right here.
Oh, that's cute.
Has
They
anyone
always at home.
ever caught feelings by accident?
Yo, I did. It
wanna go first?
hurt.
I never
first.
have. So that this one, I never.
I'm ready to tell my
Actually, I
story.
don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't think.
All
so.
right, so I was talking to this. Yo, am I about to say this? No, I'm not about to say all that. All right.
No, say all that. I just talked about how I was in the studio booth in my man's living room.
Nah,
if
I'm
you
about
don't
to
get as
sugarcoat
real
it.
as
Y'all ain't
I
about to
got,
have me up here.
no, get that real, please, please.
I was talking to this guy, right? Now, I knew that like we could never really be a thing because like we've been friends. Like we've been friends for a long time. So it's hard for us to like
You always say this. We gotta be
Date.
friends first.
We do
and
gotta
then-
be friends first, but this,
Oh
we
my
was too
God.
we was too
Don't
much
listen
of
to this,
friends.
guys.
Friends
Don't
first
listen
for
to
We
what?
was like
Friends
bro
first for what?
sis friends.
Friends
Don't
first
listen
for
to
what?
this.
Once you bro sis, you can't really do it.
Friends
Like
first for what? Friends
Exactly.
First for what? I want to know. Friends first for
you're
what?
not listening. That's why you're missing the whole thing.
No, he said you always say you got to be friends first. I'm asking
Oh,
friends
and
first for what?
I think most relationships work when you are friends first.
I agree with that. I
Oh,
just
so
wanted to know.
that's why he
Yeah.
was saying that. So, but this guy happened to be just one of my friends.
disagree
but
with that.
when I say friend, I mean like we was
You
mad
disagree with that?
close, like bro sis friend, you know? So
How long
yeah,
y'all knew each other? How long y'all knew
like
each
a
other?
long time.
Well, what's it? Give a number, nigga. Like what?
Over 10 years?
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, we're over
Yeah.
10 years. Because we just randomly was like chilling. It was like I was single, he was single.
I did that before.
And then
I
it
fucked
was
somebody
like,
that was my friend,
all
and it
right,
was
cool.
the worst.
And then and I didn't even like him then. After that, it was just like, all right. And then I
Wait,
started
after y'all
liking
did
him.
something-
friends.
After I did something sexual, you
Don't
didn't like him?
fuck
I
your
still
friends.
didn't I still didn't
Like you
know
genuinely
what I'm
just felt that you didn't like him?
saying? Yeah, like I just felt like
Did y'all continue?
like
did,
oops,
did
like
y'all continue doing shit?
we continued a friendship like and nothing. It was like nothing.
No,
ever
did y'all
happened.
continue doing shit? Like
Yeah, after
Yeah, I bet your
Yeah.
little freaky ass did do that.
we did. And
That wasn't that one though, right? That
and
wasn't
it was
that.
cool because we both was like on the same page, and then I started catching feelings. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm never the one. I'm never the one. I'm always
that's
Was
gonna
it what?
be.
Was it what he
By
said?
mistake.
Is it the D? Is it like what is it?
Nah,
She ain't
it
gonna
wasn't.
say yes. She ain't gonna say yes.
All right,
She ain't gonna
I'll
say yes.
That of course, that's why. I
Not of
probably-
course. Say yes.
Yes.
Because before when we talked about that,
Yes.
it was that don't
So-
matter. No, it was
'cause
that.
I'm trying to tell you what order it happened in. That's not the order. So
But y'all kept going.
when
Go,
when
go,
it
go.
first
I'm sorry.
happened,
Go.
right? Let me just see you about this.
That's why I said go.
confuse me.
I'm sorry.
When it first happened, it was cool. I wasn't like stigmatized or anything like, oh my God, but it was like, okay, cool. Like I wouldn't mind just fucking with him type shit. Like just for now, like, you know, so we talking or whatever. And then next thing you know, like I started catching feelings and I was like, yeah, this gotta end.
You and
What?
I ended it.
It had to end
immediately.
because you started catching
Because I
feelings?
started catching feelings. Yeah, hell no.
Why? Because you didn't see him as somebody for
No,
you.
we can't be that.
No,
Like,
she said, no, but she
Yeah, I
said
tried
she
to tell
started
you that.
catching feelings and then she stopped it.
See,
yeah.
that's why I feel like we
That's
can't be
scary.
friends first.
And then we still friends, but we don't have sex.
No, but I'm saying that's why I disagree.
It's not
with,
awkward. The only awkward thing is why the fuck are we not fucking? Ain't that crazy? Why are we not together or
But-
why are we not fucking?
That is.
So it's like that's the awkward space, but it's like
yeah.
it ain't no other space. Like I don't really.
But
Want,
you
I don't
said-
want to be with him, but like I do like him, but like I don't want to be with him.
To this
That
day,
makes
you
sense?
still like him? To this day, you like him?
No, but like
Y'all still be
then-
fucking now?
No, we don't be fucking now. No, and I don't like. I'm not thinking about him. Yeah, I don't
I'm
know,
not
that
thinking
makes
about you, nah.
sense? Yeah, like it was the experience. Is my point. Like this
Yeah.
old.
No, I get
This
it,
was
I get it. No, I get it, I get
experience.
it.
But my point is like I didn't like him, and I started to like him, and what made me like him was he was so smart, and I didn't know. I literally didn't
You
know.
didn't know
like,
he was smart?
He was that smart.
You thought this nigga was a little ad?
No, I didn't think he was dumb.
You thought he was on the spectrum. You thought-
He's mad like laid back and mad.
Oh, what the fuck?
You on the spectrum?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Look.
Yeah. No, but I'm
You-
okay
you-
with that.
liquor.
You got,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
But
You gotta
yeah,
put the sword back
It's
on
hard
it.
to find a man on your level. So
Yeah,
it's
we-
just like, you know.
Oh, are
Hello?
y'all still friends is my question.
yeah, we still friends.
Yeah, I'm
Does he try it?
doing
Like
an
nothing
episode.
ever happened.
So,
He might say it like he might.
No,
probably-
try it like in his
He
own
might
way,
check
you,
my
like you know.
temperature, but no.
but I
she
mean, after that, I
And
don't
you're
know.
like really like you're like really
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you
just
can come.
not
Really, like
with
what?
it. No, I'm
Like-
saying like you're like really not with it.
The
Like,
reason why I'm not
even
with
on, like,
it
a
is
drunk
what am I
late
gonna
night.
get out of it? That's why I'm not with it. It was nothing else wrong though, but what am I gonna get out of
no,
it?
I'm saying sexual wise, like you're not even with it, like on a drunk night, like and it's just him.
I'm not that type of girl
No,
that
I
like
understand. I'm not
you know what I'm
Fucks
saying?
her friends.
Got it.
No, I'm not that type of girl that like I'm like I got horny nights where I'm just like, let me call this nigga, let me find a nigga. Like
Does a woman's sex drive depend on how much she's attracted to the man or not?
I don't have like sex with multiple people, so I feel like whoever I'm talking to, that's the nigga I'm calling. I'm not calling a nigga from a few months ago or picking a nigga for the. I don't know. That ain't my style.
Does y'all sex drive depend on hours or no?
I don't
No.
get that
No.
question. I don't get that question.
No.
I don't get that
No.
question.
But I
Like-
do
like,
think.
do you-
Wait, I don't get
But
that
I
question.
do think
Time out. I
sex
don't-
is a job for us. I'm sorry. I think it's a job for us.
But I feel like men
Wait, wait,
Like we do it a lot more for y'all.
wait, what? I definitely
you
can't
need
hear
to
you.
relax.
No, I don't hear her. I
That's-
didn't hear her. But I think I thought what I heard.
What?
Y'all
Well,
go.
men
Y'all
and
both
shit.
repeat what y'all
What,
just
sex
said.
is a job?
Yeah. Okay, go. Yes. What did they say?
Yeah, do y'all
That's
all, wait, do you feel that way too?
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes.
And you feel that way? And
Not saying that I don't like sex or we don't like sex, but it's a job for us. Like it's a duty in our relationship. It's not a duty in y'all really. It's like a priority for y'all. Like y'all have to
Yeah,
have
like
sex.
guys. Yeah.
And that's a duty for us. That'll make or break. That'll make y'all leave us.
Why do y'all
So
feel
it's
like?
men
Why do
will
y'all feel
cheat on
like?
you
Why do y'all feel
and-
like y'all can tell us about us? Why do y'all feel that comfortable and that confident to say that about us? Like you know it as to be a
Because
fact?
I've dated men my whole life.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the men you've dated your whole life.
Experience.
Okay.
But why
You
do
not
you
like
get
that?
this? Why do you
So
get
you
this?
said-
Please, right,
No.
though?
Say your experience.
Time out.
you might be the first man in the world.
I don't disagree with her, but also we on a podcast and we talking. So
Don't cap.
I don't think anything should be direct on what it is. Let's talk for more general. Why do you feel? Because I do agree with her. So technically, I don't gotta ask this question because I agree with her. When it comes to me, that's correct. But if we talking to the people and why do you feel that you could just say that and the way you said it, y'all just said it like you just know.
Confident, right?
Yeah. Why do you feel like?
Get like us.
Because
Because of our expertise.
all
Get
the
like us.
time.
In
I
the
want my
game.
dick sucked every night.
Get like us. That's why we bag the niggas we bag and we're good. We're straight because we have
I
confidence.
feel you on the expectations
You know
thing
what I'm saying?
too, because men do expect a lot. Like I try to be as honest as possible. My wife, if you want to be wifed, just suck my dick every night.
No, literally.
Yo,
That's it.
bro, you
Like if you're my man, you're
Time out.
I know
don't
it's-
clip this part.
now-
but if you my man,
Yo,
you're getting
time
head
out.
every day. I
No,
don't
no,
care.
no, no.
Wait,
Like,
Time out.
so-
Time. No. You.
Every
you,
day.
You
Clockwork.
literally specifically
happy,
on what you just
every
said.
day.
You literally just said out your mouth, men. We
get
do
on my
expect a
nerve
lot.
once a week.
Our first topic was who expects la la la.
No,
more.
no, that's why. Yeah,
And you didn't say
no,
that.
but no, that's why I'm about to say what I was about to say. So y'all feel like sex being a duty and a job is a lot, like of an expectation from a man. Like, do we
When-
expect sex so much to where it's like, ugh?
Yes. Woo.
And that's where y'all feel like our expectations are.
And
high.
guess what? It's all of y'all. Y'all all like.
Yeah, like
So it's like
dogs.
it's so annoying that it's like, yo, what
Yo.
else
So
other than
you
sex?
think that's more
Like,
than
all right, for-
providing?
Yo, do
For
not leave
example,
this
right,
topic.
we're gonna
do
go
not
on
leave
it-
this
the
topic.
leadership.
We're gonna
Because
go-
I feel like providing the leadership is
not
more
leave
of an
this topic.
expectation than sex.
Do not
keep
leave
my
this
belly
topic.
full.
Yeah.
That's
Bro.
why I feel like men are more simple.
Bro, you know how simple we are? Actually, we're so simple that
But I'm not a woman, so I don't know how hard that
Got
is.
it.
When
to
y'all
do.
say simple, y'all say cook, clean, fuck. One, you know how much how tired you are after fucking. That's one.
That's what I'm
Two,
gonna say,
how
yeah.
much energy it takes into cooking. You got to get the groceries, right? Go get the groceries, cook it, prep it. Don't have kids, and then what else you want to do?
who the fuck told you
Dishes-
that you gotta go get the groceries?
Listen.
First of
clean-
all, I cook.
listen. Do
I'm
you
the
want
cook.
us to clean, right?
You
Cleaning.
better be that
So-
nice if you
so
cooking.
Listen, they,
So
Because you
listen, cook,
saying
clean, and
everything
fuck.
like it's
Would
just
you
that.
rather-
That's not the case with everybody.
Would you
And I know
rather-
damn well we're cooking at it. No, I'm yelling and I'm over talking. That is not the case. No, it's I gotta go get the groceries. First of all, I don't even want you to go get the groceries because 9 times out of 10, you're not cooking it when it's me. And if you're not getting what I need to be got when it's getting cooked.
What's the things that you need from your wife to cook, clean, and to fuck you, right?
That was my point to what I was saying.
Is it or
that
is it not? Yes
at
or
the end
no?
of-
Would y'all rather?
Cook, clean, and fuck.
Would y'all rather?
What
Bro,
else?
I would like for you to play 2K and learn how to play Madden and do all of that with
That's
me.
cool. I learned it
What
too.
girl you know to do that?
Girls would do that, but y'all actually like hanging with y'all boys more.
I love talking about who would do something. Who do you
Why you
know
look at
that
me when
plays
you say
2K?
Cause that's
I
y'all
love
like.
hanging with women. I don't even.
I mean, no.
And we
no,
all
when you
love
said 2K,
now
like
we all-
playing video
Yeah,
games. Y'all
play-
like doing that with
Yo,
y'all
what
boys.
girl you know that just want to play
All
2K?
right, we going
and do
all
that?
over the place. Just
Yeah,
forget it.
I got a question for you, and y'all can answer it as well if y'all
Mm-hmm.
want. So you rather just work, continue to be an entrepreneur instead of finding a guy and satisfying those 3 needs? Have my children, fuck when I want to fuck. Because that's the question. That's the end all be all.
I feel like y'all being biased. My fault. My
I don't
fault.
even want to say
That's
that.
what it
'cause
boils
he
down
about
to because you
I thought
basically just
that.
said
I
all
said
men
it.
are
I'm
like,
sorry.
this what she did, she did.
Yeah.
I agree with that too. All men are like that. I think that they hide it. I think that they try to be women's friends and not tell them the truth in the beginning. That's why I don't think you should fuck your friends. If they're your friend, just be your friend. Or if you want to, if you want to fuck them, let them know I want to fuck.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm out.
And then see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Don't just try to. Don't use being her
finesse.
friend. Yeah, don't
Don't
use being her
finesse
friend
your
as a
way in.
strategy. It
I
doesn't
agree
work.
with that. I agree.
Don't
with that.
finesse your
I
way
agree
in.
with
Just
that.
be
I agree with that.
honest.
I agree with
So
that.
my question is, you would rather just stay single and do everything yourself, or be with a capable man and have to follow that program, the program that you hate so much? Which one would you rather
No.
do?
I mean, it depends because I'm still going to be the woman that I am in that relationship. So what I do to satisfy my man is because of what I want to do, not because I'm obligated to do it. So if that's what makes him happy, like I'll tell him no. Listen, that's not what I want to do tonight. Either this is you gonna do what you need to do or call it a day. I don't know what to tell you.
That's not true. What you mean you gonna do what you need to do?
So
Yeah,
What does that really mean?
Pamela, better use your Pamela.
So it's that. It's not you're gonna do what you need to do. It's you're either gonna jerk off.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
You're either gonna jerk off
Or
I
you
don't
gonna
know.
go to sleep.
But don't say you're gonna do what you need to do because you definitely not ready for a nigga to do what he need to do when
I
he
say
definitely has
do
options
what he
and
needs
he
to
can
do,
do
I'm saying
what he
whether
needs to do.
It's a pocket.
Right.
Pussy, whatever you
Ooh,
need
not
to
a pocket
do.
pussy.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
that's what
to
I'm
get it
saying.
all.
So see how she's saying talking like that right now? It lets me know that sex is a big expectation for her because you're a very pretty woman. If we end up talking, I would not take it further because she sees sex as a job.
Bro, who y'all be fucking, bro? Sex
Yeah,
feels
but
amazing.
to a
She
certain
only
extent.
Sex feels good.
Listen, she only sees it as a job until you make her super happy. Once you make her super
Well,
happy,
you know.
she will live for sex because
agree
it
with
makes
that.
you feel
I
good.
agree.
Yeah.
So
Because
that's when we
because it
become
makes-
nasty. That's when we now we suck a dick for no reason. Now
Yeah,
we
how do-
asking
how
you,
do-
can we suck your dick?
How do we unlock that?
Who y'all do that with?
Tell that to the camera. That's what everybody want to know.
Who y'all do that with?
How do we turn our wife into a porn star and stay that way?
Yo, everything
Don't
I'm saying
stop.
is where that nigga at.
You gotta make her happy.
Cause I hear
but
what you
how?
say.
All around the board.
So who doing that?
How? List all of those expectations that y'all got. How do we do that?
Where that nigga at?
Clearly not here.
Well,
So-
I know. No. I know I'm that. And we don't have this talks with any. Damn, I wish it would be at least one woman that I know that I dealt with that's here. I don't have that problem. So what you're saying, I get it, and I definitely agree. Like, yeah, when I'm ready or when I feel this way, I'ma suck dick all crazy, pause.
No, it's not when I'm ready.
Where's
It's
that
when-
actual nigga at? Say his name or say the first letter of his name.
Listen.
Where's that nigga at?
Stop saying that. When
'Cause-
he makes me feel good, the nigga that makes me feel good, that's that nigga. Wherever I don't know where he is. When he makes me feel
You haven't
good,
experienced that?
Okay, I got a question. I got a
Yes.
question. I got a question.
Where's he at?
Do
Does
men?
that mean I have to stay with him?
No, it
So
doesn't.
why do you keep asking where these people are?
Because
I don't know.
My answer to you asking me why do I keep asking that is
Seriously.
because y'all talking in general as if it's all women that feel this.
It's well.
I'm
okay.
standing on. See,
least
maybe
us
I'm
three
being a
on
little
this
bit too
podcast.
literal, but what I'm saying is, I hearing y'all speaking because I agreed. I keep saying I really agree with that.
So stop saying where these niggas at.
But you're talking like it's every woman. So when you talk like it's every woman, now I get to choose to make it personal.
There
and
is 8.3 billion people in this world. One of those men is gonna be the one.
I want to be so literal that I don't even understand why
Okay.
you know it's 8.3.
How
I
do we
think it might be
Because
more
I'm
than that or less.
educated enough to
Right.
know the
You
number.
might be right, but I think it might be more or less.
How do we unlock the wife treatment?
By paying attention to what your woman feels, right? So if you guys already know that we're emotional roller coasters, that's not nothing new, right? Sometimes we can't even control it. We get upset that our emotions is up and down, right? I think that you guys should know that, embrace that. Maybe because I've from my experience, I've had a guy that I felt like understood women, period. And he got to understand me. He studied me and realized, okay, you want
Where
me
that
to
nigga
go
at?
with him again? Like,
Yeah.
no, I can. You want to call him? I can.
Yeah, let
why
her
you
finish
keep
the story.
saying
Let her
that? Like, it
finish the
doesn't make
story.
sense.
No, God, I was really playing.
Finish the story.
That's fine. Go.
You making me lose my
Oh,
thought
I'm
every
not-
time
I'm
you scream
not-
that.
I'm
No,
not-
it's making me lose my train of
Go,
thought.
go.
I don't even know what I was saying no more.
I'm sorry,
But
go.
I think if a guy pays attention to his women. All right, for example, let's say I could be moody, right? The typical girl, I could be moody. He would literally know, okay, she's moody. Let me give her some air. I'm going to make sure the food right there. I'm going to order the food. I ain't even going to ask her to cook dinner. She's not in the mood, obviously. It doesn't probably have nothing to do with him personally. And I think that man should, let me order the food. Let me stay out her way for a second. Let me, and I'll come back around, baby, you all right? You good? Like, I think a man needs to try to understand a woman. Like, facts.
Yo, bro, you can start.
That'll make us happy.
Yo, you think it'd be cool if you start asking questions to where they gotta really look in the mirror?
Do you have any?
Because as us, we've been looking in the mirror as men, and I'm not disagreeing. I just want to see. Then I'm gonna know it's not being biased. I don't have any. No, I don't. But nigga, you've been doing a great job at just throwing them. So just ask something that to where it's like it don't even. You're low key not even allowed to even
men,
say
right?
something.
You want to be able to. You want us to take accountability so much. So think about a question.
I just want to see. I just want to see.
No, we don't. The thing is, we don't mind taking accountability. We move forward. Y'all don't like the constructive criticism. It hurts y'all ego. Instead of saying, "Damn, babe, you right." Bet. Watch this. I'm about to turn up. Y'all be like, ugh. Like, y'all be so hurt. Instead of saying, like, damn, babe, it's like, I'm on your team, nigga. Like.
But my whole thing that I've been saying, on top of the fact.
Just admit that men are sensitive now. We can't say certain shit to y'all.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
And that's cool, too. Because we sensitive. Welcome to the club.
I agree with that. My whole thing that I've been, where it looked like I'm arguing, and this whole episode gonna look like I was the one arguing. My whole thing is that specifically, and I'm so glad you said it, that specifically, and I'm going to say that. My whole thing, at least right now while we've been talking, my only argument, because I also told you, yo, you dead right. Like, especially when it come to me. Like, if you said a lot of what I've been interjecting on and what I've been arguing, quote unquote, yeah, nah.
But
if
listen,
that's the case,
listen,
my whole
there's
thing
no
has
right
been
or
that
wrong.
you keep saying, yeah.
Listen, there's no right or wrong, and I want you to see that too, right?
I do know that. I know that.
I'm not right, and you're not right. There's no right. It's just perspective.
You keep saying, yeah.
Because I want you to understand women. Once you understand it, watch how many women come to you once you understand them.
I think I will feel better. I think I will feel better if you said some men.
Instead of hating or
who
not,
the fuck?
Listen, you're giving me vibes now.
But we on camera. You said hating them.
All right. Instead of talking negative about the things that you don't like about certain women, I think that you should embrace that, period. Even if women are moody, embrace that. That's a woman. If she's dainty, oh my God, she's expensive. She's a woman. Accept that. If you want somebody who's less maintenance, get a man.
Go find that.
Men are less maintenance. Women are high maintenance. Yes, we need our nails done. Yes, we need our hair done. That's why you like me, nigga.
I agree with you.
And if you didn't like me, you would have went to go get the other girl. But you commenting on my white toes. You commenting on my hair. Oh, I love your skin, nigga. Yeah, I go to a dermatologist. I take care of myself. Okay. Costs money.
I got another question. So if I wanted to get into a relationship, I'm not in a relationship right now. But if I wanted to, I'm still grinding, leveling up in life. I know eventually I'll be making more money than most of the women I speak to. But right now, I don't. So my question...
I need you to have... Come on, that kill me every time you do that.
Wait, let me finish the question.
You gotta have the confidence.
Let me finish the question. If I decided to get into a relationship, could you date a man that makes less money than you? But he lead like he's that nigga.
That's what I was trying to get to you to just
yes, they can. Now I'm talking for everybody. Yes, the fuck they can.
Have that confidence.
Yeah.
It's not a dollar amount. It's a mentality.
Talk to the people.
If you have the mentality, you'll be fine. You don't need a dollar amount.
And I'm very big.
That's what I mean by like we could date a broke nigga, but it's some broke niggas that have really good mentalities. Like,
look at them. Look at them, y'all.
We will go for that. But that's the potential that we fall in love with. We see him at, one day he, like you said, I'm gonna get a better job or I'm gonna make more, I'm gonna earn more.
La. Wait till I get my money.
We about to wrap this up.
Right?
I'm but yeah, just like potential, we fall in love with the fact that you just said, one day I'm gonna do this and we already see that. I already see that in you. So when I speak to you, that's what I'm trying to get you to see and work towards, because I already see it. To me, it's so easy. It's all you got to do is do it. In my eyes,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But you don't see it that way.
Yeah, I can
So
eat.
let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because
I can
I
eat here.
I seen this.
I can eat in here. I can eat in here.
Not we on a.
We about to wrap it up.
Yeah,
in a
we
second.
will.
So
Yeah.
I seen
Let her
this
talk.
this video, right? Michelle Obama was talking about how women and men, when they date people, the first thing the first thing they ask is, what do you do for a living, right? So we judge our interactions with people a lot, like dating wise, based off what they do and how much money they make, right? And Michelle Obama was kind of just saying how, women and men kind of need to change that aspect, right? But then I feel like to a certain extent, right, where her argument was invalid, because at the end of the day, when she met Barack, and she made a reference to when she first met her husband, Barack Obama, and he was broke, right? But he was in Harvard. He just graduated Harvard and was broke.
Right.
But if Barack Obama didn't have any type of like education, he wasn't driven, he didn't have a direction, didn't know what he wanted to do, then she would have definitely never gave him the time of day, especially since she had just came out of corporate, okay, and she already had a certain expectation for that man. So at the end of the day, it's like, where is the fine line between like having certain expectations, realistic ones, and
boundaries?
Yeah, and boundaries, and knowing like, okay, yeah, like you're just not what I'm looking for,
right?
And that shouldn't be based off of your income or
Right.
what you have, but your mentality and how you're a leader and how driven you are.
Yeah.
Because
That
now
was
look, then
perfectly
Barack
said.
Obama, now he was the president of the United States now, right? So
Exactly. And she had to put her life in his hands for him
and she
to lead.
trusted him to lead
Because he just
Where that
probably
nigga
had
at?
in the correct
Barack
direction.
Obama. That's what we're talking about.
That's her.
Okay.
And Michelle.
That's her.
That's where he's at.
That's her.
Yeah.
For everybody else, where
No.
that nigga at?
So the point is, you don't have to have a dollar amount. Back to what you were saying. You don't have to have a dollar amount for that woman to be submissive and let you lead.
You have to have
A plan.
You have to be
a
man.
foundation.
Yeah.
A strong foundation as a man. If you don't have one, how could you expect a woman to even want
What are
you
we
to
submitting
lead?
to?
What are we doing? Because I could have my own path and I could lead and I could find somebody else is gonna be on that wave.
And we can make our own foundation.
Yeah. Or
Nowadays.
we can, be a power couple. That's really what it comes down to.
That's why I mean, when I want you to be like, that's why I say, like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, I'm not going to date a guy based on, I almost never know what a guy even has. Right? Nobody really knows what you have. You could be not taking her on dates and be holding bank. You know what I'm saying? So we never really know, but we going off based off your plan and what you speak about and your goals. So that's why most women date you with no money, no dates, no nothing. Like, if they going on dates, because they hear what you saying, like, they know that you're going places. They're not just like
Why do
going
we date? Why do
we?
we date y'all? What is it? What will be like a couple of reasons on why a man deals with a woman?
I think
I feel like we should tell them that. We got to tell them that.
Everything they said.
I guess I want to.
Everything they said, they should have told us. I want to hear them tell us this.
I'd say-
and then we can tell them.
I'd say what I think my job is. I think my job is to be the other side of your brain. That's one. Two, I need to make sure that the things that you're not thinking about, I'm thinking of, like food or
Talk to 'em.
health
Oh, I'm thinking about
or
food.
the kids or home,
I'm thinking about all of
future
that.
doctor's appointments,
I'm thinking about all of
anything.
that. What happens when that's not the case?
No, that's always the case.
It
That's
is?
always the case.
In your world? I'm thinking about
You don't go to the
everything you
doctor,
said.
you don't eat, you don't
No,
clean,
I said I'm
you don't.
thinking about everything you said. So you said that's the reason why, because we need to be the other side of the brain because I'm thinking about this, da da da.
Yeah.
And what I'm telling you is I'm already thinking about that. Don't worry about that.
Well,
Don't worry about that is what I'm telling you.
women are the nurturing part
Yes.
of
Yeah.
the relationship.
So give me, like,
Okay,
some
we're
examples.
there to be your support. We're there to tell you that you can do it mentally. We're there physically. We're there
I know I can do it.
like no.
See,
A lot of men.
I agree with her. It's just I'm
lot of
not
men,
in a
see?
relationship because I mean
why I
this
said,
is not
where he
an
at?
all women thing.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that, like I said, y'all want shit on y'all time.
Yeah.
All of that she was saying, it stops once y'all lose respect.
I think, but you only lost.
Like
I think,
y'all don't build with us.
Bro,
Y'all don't
bro.
wait until we get to.
I think because we be so set on like
Y'all want
shit
it fast.
is really like no, cause shit really be easy for real. Or maybe we're too strong, cause we literally would do it. So when we literally do it, we be like, why y'all ain't doing it? Why y'all ain't doing it? And then they be like, y'all be like, it's too hard, and we be like, nigga, we done built 3 houses already.
Yeah.
What was hard?
I mean, scientifically though, women are more mature, than men in that like aspect. When it comes to
Think confident.
confidence
Right.
and like doing a lot of stuff like that. So
I agree.
yeah, I feel like that's kind of
And while agreeing with that, yes, and I also think, see, this is what I said. Me and my issue, and I'm gonna watch this whole shit back. My actual issue is, and what been my issue, and a lot of girls that I deal with or I've dealt with, they know, well, you being too fucking literal. So 2 things. Yeah, scientifically, yeah, that's cool. But then outside of scientifically, show me them same women that are actually in position of power. Because in the world we live in right now, unfortunately, because I do believe that a woman should be leading everything that's going on with this world. But physically, can you show me where that's happening at? Where women are actually really
Allowed to do it?
more, allowed or not. Where are women more? Because if scientifically that's the case, where are women actually doing it at? Because the world we live in, especially America, corporate women.
No, we're
women
doing
are
it,
more
but a
in
lot of
power
us
than
have.
men.
A lot of
No.
us are doing it, but a lot of us have kids, so it doesn't seem like we're doing so much because we're
That's a
doing
factor,
for
too.
more than one person. We're doing
is
for
right.
ourselves, our kids,
Yeah.
and for you.
Yeah, that's cool.
And y'all just go to work.
Yep, we just go to work and we have our way.
No,
Everything
You
that
see
I'm
how they
hearing,
see it? They
No,
see it as we
everything I'm
just
hearing
go to
is
work.
everything
That's
I'm
how they
hearing
see
is
it. It's
because
like,
I think I think y'all job
That's a
is
lot.
like only to provide
our
to go to
job is
work to
take
just
ca-
provide.
Our
for,
job is to take care of everything while y'all take care of us.
I think that
And I
you
feel like
Yeah, I
y'all-
like that though.
But
yo,
I like that.
Yo, come on. I think that I
Take care of
personally-
everything, and we'll take care
I
of y'all.
personally
Yeah.
think, and I'm gonna be honest, I personally think that you slighting it. I think you slighting it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say it because I definitely think you know. Through this whole conversation today, I think you was slighting it, letting the lady just win, because technically, and it goes back to if you go what we've been saying, or at least what I've been saying, ultimately, yeah, everything you saying, you know what, you right.
I
But-
ain't letting us win.
but
You've
we-
been saying I'm
we
right
as
and
niggas-
high fiving me the whole time.
I'm saying it. No. I know where you right at. I know you right at. I'm saying like
No, you said that he let us slide.
no.
But you
I say
did.
that-
You
I
was the
say
one
that-
high fiving us
I
and
say
agreeing.
that. I say that because I got you. I say that because even the questions, I'm like, damn, nigga, ask some questions that go to the other way, but got it. So
No,
ultimately,
he asked general questions, and
Okay.
we
So
had
even
to
if I'm
decide
wrong right
whether
there-
female or male.
even-
And you said male, and you didn't
even if I'm
have
wrong right
enough.
there, okay. Even if I'm wrong right there, okay. But ultimately, so even forget the part where I said that. Got it, because I actually agree with her. So I stand corrected. I mean, that's the word. That's how you say it. I stand corrected. Yeah. Got it. So I take that back.
You got a question for me?
No, not a question.
Let's go. Let's
no
go
matter
around.
what, niggas, right? Niggas, no matter what, just niggas. And I'm not even okay with it. Like I said, I have a 2-year-old beautiful daughter. But no matter what, we just having our way out here with y'all. And we doing what we want to do.
Yeah, until you ready. We know that.
Ready or not, we're doing what we want to do.
We know that. Just be real about it. That's all we be
That
saying.
was me being real about
We
it.
been P. I feel like women. We been like
Okay. So y'all got to talk to women and let
I
that
can
be
agree
known.
with that.
We having our way out here with y'all. We are.
too.
Okay, women, y'all need to stand up for yourselves and stop
we go.
allowing this to happen.
Right, because they know what they doing, just like we know what we doing.
I
Everybody
hate
knows
that
what
word
everybody's
allow.
doing.
Allow, it's like, I like talking about,
Who's that allowed?
she said allow.
Oh,
It's like, it's not allowing. It's just the way things are and the way things work. And I just want to get,
Things
I wanna-
can change. That's how I feel.
When?
well, like double
That
standards.
go back to
and
what I
stuff
said.
like that.
Where that nigga at?
Yeah.
That's what I think the issue is.
Where
They're
that
trying
nigga
to
at?
fight and be men, but
I think
it's
it
not
is
happening.
double standards, but that's why I go back to tradition and I just go
I
by
look
tradition.
at women like, and I feel like a lot of y'all probably would be offended by this, but no matter how hard like I don't understand it when guys say women are masculine. Like I look at every woman and be like, oh, she's a woman. She's different from me. She's gonna cry randomly. She's gonna always nag about shit. Like
Right.
that's
Well, no,
what it is.
right?
tell that to Ronda Rousey.
And
How
I
can
think
we-
you kind of fight it. And I know there was like a general term. I chose like the negative connotations, but I personally kind of feel like you fight it a little bit. And the men that you want, we don't want that. Like we don't. You saying you can do your own thing and all of that stuff. Like yeah, cool. But that's why I asked y'all.
That ain't gonna work with me.
Are y'all gonna
That's not gonna work
follow
with
a
me.
man's program or just do
We're
that?
not just
Because-
following anything. That's the whole point. So if you don't have a plan, if you don't know the plan, and you say, "Oh, you got to just watch and
Yeah,
see,"
yeah.
no, you lost me right there. When you
Yeah.
say just hang on
Lost
tight
you or
and
not,
watch
where that
and
nigga
see,
at?
I'm gonna do my own thing on the side because I can't see
Yeah,
your
because
vision.
it's not clear enough. I agree with
And
you.
you're not doing
Yeah.
enough to make me see that. Oh, his plan might actually
yeah.
be
At
working.
the end of the day,
Nigga
you
just
have
be
your
talking.
plan. How are you gonna get there? What are you gonna do to get there?
I should be able to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
milestones.
Exactly.
I should be able to see.
It's a simple plan. Now, if you
And
don't
from the-
have that,
and
then
from the way y'all talking and y'all get emotionally charged on this subject, it lets me know that many men don't have a plan.
Yeah,
is that
and
true?
that's the only thing. Cause you don't have to have money. It's just a plan. If you say, baby, right now I don't got no money, but I'm about to get this job. I know it's just a part-time job, but in the meantime, I'm gonna be working here because this job about to fall through in a year or 6 months.
And you'll hold
I
that
don't even
man
know.
down?
I will
Yeah.
hold because he got a plan and it makes sense. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, baby.
Yo,
you might
it don't
bet.
make it. It don't make it right. It don't make
But
it right.
when that year come, when all that time he was saying, it don't have to be exact. But if he was
Progress.
realizing that it wasn't falling through,
and men should
The
hold
ambition is
women to that
gone.
same standard.
yeah,
Yo, it don't make
Yeah.
it. It don't
we
make
gotta
it
stand
right.
on our
But we
word
don't.
too.
But
Yeah.
we don't though.
It doesn't.
But we
We
don't.
definitely
That's
don't.
true, and that's what I said
It don't-
earlier. I was
it
like,
don't-
y'all do kind of stay
You want
longer.
us to, but we don't, and
Yeah.
that's my problem. Where y'all don't.
Why don't y'all though?
Because
'Cause
we're not
you're just
y'all.
simple.
No, we're not exactly.
Yeah,
we're
we're
not y'all. We want
Very
y'all to be
simple.
women.
Very simple.
We don't want y'all to be men.
Yo, it
No,
don't
y'all
make
just-
it. It don't make it right. It don't
I
make
don't
it
think it's
right.
'cause y'all
But
want us to
a
be
man,
women.
a man
Now,
that
don't-
Yeah.
Now, don't
I
get
think
me
y'all
wrong.
like the
There
easy way. Y'all
don't-
think y'all
no,
kinda
don't-
like-
Don't get me wrong.
just like easy
I don't know
ways,
if I'm an
anything easy.
anomaly here or if most niggas cap, but there are men out there that I've heard say like she got to have a bag, she got to be ambitious. Like I personally think it's cap, but
Yeah,
maybe
that's-
some,
that's-
maybe,
that- yeah, that's
maybe
cap.
Because
some
they don't
men
want a
are
beggar.
attracted to women that are.
them niggas,
They don't
them
want a
niggas that told
beggar.
you that believe that.
They
Them
don't
niggas
want
that
a
told you that.
bum. They
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want nobody that say, all right, if we saying oh, I'll have more, like the guy will have more money or whatever, and the girl has to have like a little bit of money. They don't want you like literally just sitting on
It's-
your ass collecting money from him. Like
No. All right.
he needs to know,
Put
like if
it-
he
put
lose
it-
his job, you still got a little motion. Like we ain't come fall flat.
What's the main thing that any man that's ready to settle down wants out of a woman?
to suck his dick every day.
Emotional support, to be there emotional, to provide a family.
There you go. To provide a family.
That's what most.
To provide a family, it's going to be very hard to be a boss at the same time. That's why we want
Yeah.
it takes a lot.
Right.
I'm not.
That's why
mad-
y'all need us.
Yeah, I'm not mad that
Be the
expe-
boss. Let us do all that.
Yeah,
extra shit.
exactly. I'm not mad that the expectations are high. I'm
Yeah,
just
bro.
become-
The average female boss is.
But you
single.
heard boss, right? Boss is confident. Boss is gonna get it done. Boss make sure everybody eat no matter what.
Boss is a
Boss-
leader, has
Yeah.
It ain't
all
no
of those aspects as a leader, So
But I just want to know if
The average female boss is
it-
single.
Is my thought process accurate?
That's some
Y'all agree
deliver us
with
from
what I'm
evil
saying?
ass
Yeah.
shit right there.
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's
I mean,
true.
once the kids get to a certain age, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah,
back
yeah.
to my life. I'm gonna be that boss that I originally am when you first met me.
No, when we
You
first
know?
met you, whatever
mean-
you was doing did not matter because once we got you for what we wanted, and the average nigga usually just looked at what he saw and
No,
liked it.
if he's
and
gonna
then
put
the
a
vibe.
I'm
I'm
ring
telling you
on my
as a
finger,
nigga. I'm
a
telling you
man
as
is
a
gonna
nigga.
think about
I'm
more
telling you
than
as a
just
nigga.
pussy.
Yeah.
He's gonna think
Okay,
about.
I didn't
That's
say
true.
pussy. I
That's
didn't say
true.
nothing about pussy, so you said that. What I said was, at the end of the day, all that bullshit that's not a turn on why we said we want you. That's a plus. It's
Yeah,
a very
I
big
was
plus.
gonna get
but
there
that's
where-
not because the average man don't really not average. Definitely not average. But niggas, bro, we so fucking simple. We don't need you to do nothing because at the end of the day, we already, especially a black man, at the end of the day, this world is against us. We do what we doing. We gotta figure it out no matter what. We're not looking for you to do nothing. Nothing
Well,
at
a man
all.
wouldn't have a problem with his wife being a
I didn't
boss
say
or
that.
whatever.
You
if
don't have a
his
problem with it. I
ego
agree.
was correct, if his ego was right and where it
I
needed to
agree.
be, he would let his woman do what she wants to do
Yeah,
and
I
strive
agree.
to where she wants to get to.
I
It's only
agree.
when a man has an ego problem when he starts to feel some
I
type of way,
agree.
like, whoa, she's doing too much, or whoa,
I
I just
agree.
want her in the house cooking and cleaning. Like
I
this
agree.
ain't 1960. Okay.
Got you. But you're not.
It's not-
I think, and that's why I said. That's why I kept saying I agree, because technically,
I think
what
it's
I
both.
just said was nothing on what you just said. So what you saying, I do agree with. I didn't say you need to be in the house cooking, cleaning that. We're just so fucking simple.
Yeah,
We literally don't care.
Yeah, that's
we
what I was
don't
gonna say.
care.
I agree.
When we decided that we wanted you, we just wanted you.
Believe it or not, we get jobs and we boss our lives up to
Oh,
make
y'all
it
still
easier for
talking
y'all
about
to come
jobs.
get us.
Y'all still
But
talking
but
about
what
jobs.
I'm telling y'all,
Like we
is-
take care of
about
it,
jobs.
we take
Yeah,
care of
but-
ourselves and show y'all we don't need money to show y'all how simple it is to take care of us, and niggas still can't do it
But and that's why, because I feel like y'all going up against nature.
because it's not about money. And people be thinking it's about money. It's not really about money.
Like, I agree with what she said. Maybe there are guys that will have an ego and all that stuff, but I just think the root of it is you're not boss enough. Because if she feels like she needs to go, like, oh, I understand a woman might want a profession or something like that after she has children. But what I'm saying is those things are not usually attractive to men. If you're going to do all of that stuff, we
Oh,
still
but
want you to...
You could. It's a
Because
lot of.
And here's the issue. Here's the issue. If you want to go out and make a name for yourself in the world as well, the man loses attraction for you because now you're being not masculine,
I
but
get you.
Taking
That's
out
not
his job.
being-
Taking out his job.
not even just taking out his
And
job.
not taking on.
You're
I
not
get
a
what
wife
you're saying.
anymore.
But being an
You see what I'm
independent
saying?
boss and still balancing your family, balancing your husband,
Yeah,
shouldn't make you any less of a
Intimidated.
partner.
Yeah, I
just
agree with you.
because
I agree.
No,
with
no,
you.
no, no, no. What makes you
I
less
agree,
of a
but
partner?
how
No,
many
no,
of
no,
them
wait.
are? How many of them
Wait,
got
wait,
a
wait,
wife,
real
a
quick, real
husband?
quick.
Like, why does it make us less?
How many independent women bosses that you know have a husband and a good one at
I
that?
know.
Well,
I
a
said
lot
how
of
many?
women.
I said how many?
A lot of women.
Well, a lot is just a word. You're not about
A
to
lot,
go down.
you
Go
It's
down
more-
saying the
numbers.
same thing. Like, where are these people
Go
at?
down. Well, first of all, you already agreed and
I
said
just
yes.
wanna-
I agree.
I-
The average boss
ahead,
that's
go
a
ahead.
female.
Listen,
is
I
single.
work
personally-
with all corporate women, all bosses, head, direct honchos. They
Right.
all have husbands that support them, push them, motivate. My partner motivates me.
Are they attracted to them?
Who?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
One thing
I
she's
mean-
talking about is the outside.
honest, dude.
She's
She
on the
wouldn't know.
outside.
No,
She
no,
don't
no,
know
I
the
can't
inside.
I can't speak to
Personal.
that.
How was their
extent.
real relationship?
I can't-
Let her answer it.
I can't speak to that extent, but I mean, they're still married, and it's been all
But we already
four
know
of
that
them
they'll
has been
still stay.
like,
We
If
already
they
know
bosses like
20
that, a lot
years.
of times being
Well,
We already
married
know
is
what
you can't
benefits.
say
beneficial.
anything. Like, it's like
You can't-
You never
can't
know
really
any
speak on
people,
that,
anybody's
but-
relationship.
Do they ever talk shit about their husbands?
no.
But they probably do, and it's probably like I
Bro,
said, we
you-
complain.
You
We
talking
we're
about you
dramatic.
talking about the female talking about shit about the husbands. What happens
right.
now if we got to talk to the husband and say,
All right, let's wrap
like
it up.
we
right?
as men, how you really feel? Have you been to the strip club recently and have you fucked this stripper in that strip club? Because we know niggas and we know what we really do. A lot of times there'd be great niggas. We go do a lot of fuck shit. Even the best of the best go do some fuck shit that they don't even know about. What they be worrying about is the shit you can find on the phone, this, that, and the third. What happens when you got some money and you can just pay for some pussy real quick and just do that? So that's
a corn.
And
That's not love.
I know it's not love.
It's a
I
corn
know,
on a
I
cob.
know that. But at the end of the day, what we were talking about, you said, yes, I know a lot of such and such and they're married, this, that, and the third. How that woman feel and what she's really dealing with. 9 times out of 10, y'all don't know. So ultimately, and then we're going to close it on this, or we can't close on this. 9 times out of 10, I'll be fuck nigga. I'm fuck nigga tonight. I'm fuck nigga. I'm going to have my way. I'm going to get me a one of y'all.
I just want you to
I'm a-
own it. I love when you
That's
own
cool.
it.
And she gonna be smart enough
watch
to
me-
see
and
right
wa- and
through
watch
it.
me owning it. I'm going to get... How
plenty of
many-
you.
How many
Because
of them
if
is that?
it is one of y'all,
plenty of
you're
you.
talking-
Yo, look, I'm not really standing. I'm saying it for the sake of the conversation again, and also for the podcast, just to bring what we talking about. But ultimately, I'm genuinely not. I definitely was. I grew up being just a fuck. That's all I knew. Just have my way and do it. But at the end of the day, what I'm ultimately saying is, no matter what, look at me. I'm the one on this episode or this podcast episode, whatever. I'm the one that looks like, damn, you oppose of what we're saying, and we're just trying to say, yeah, women just that. Okay, cool. But my whole point is, at the end of the day, I'm a man, y'all women. I'ma get me a one of y'all, quicker than y'all gonna get this nigga y'all talking about, and that's why the title should be where that nigga at.
Well, that's because y'all men's standards are low.
Yeah,
Okay,
Y'all have
standards
low
are low or
standards.
not. That woman.
So of course y'all can go
It's
down
no,
the street
no.
and go get the girl because
We
all
could
y'all want
too.
is
We
the
could too.
no,
We could
no.
clean a dusty nigga up.
we
We could
really
do
wanted
anything.
to,
Yo,
we
y'all
could go
talking,
do
y'all
the same
talking, y'all
thing.
talking to each other.
But-
No, the answer is no. You are wrong. No, standards being low or not, unless you're talking about looks or whatever you're talking about. At the end of the day, my plate gonna get made for me. My clothes gonna get washed. My house gonna get clean.
And you don't even
This,
like
that, and
her.
third. Even whether I like her or not.
Exactly.
Whether I like
Next.
her or not.
Next.
Y'all got
You
it.
don't
Y'all
like
got
her.
it. Y'all. Whether
You
y'all
want
like
somebody
the,
to take care of you.
whether y'all like the nigga or not, y'all don't know if y'all can say everything I just said.
You would stay with a girl that you don't even like.
No,
just
I did
'cause she
not
cooking
say
and
that.
cleaning and
I
doing
did not
for you.
say that. I did not say
You
that.
said whether it doesn't
You
matter
doing-
the standards.
You doing more. Listen, please listen. I'm not
Go
trying
ahead.
to be like aggressive.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, listen. Whether I like her or not, everything that I just mentioned is wifey shit, and it's gonna get done.
Right.
Y'all can't say the same. That's why I keep saying where that nigga at.
We can.
We
though.
can say the same. The thing is that we
Where's
have
that nigga at?
we have a different
Why are you
mentality than
saying
y'all
that?
men.
Cause where's he at?
Where the girl that you was just talking about?
Oh
at?
yeah.
We don't want to
All
sit
right,
here and
so
just
we're
go
just
down
saying
the
the
street
same
and
thing.
go
So
grab
why
the
you keep saying
next
that?
man
damn
on
well-
the corner.
No, all jokes aside, you know.
I got
All
a
jokes
final
aside,
The girl is in
I
your
got a
phone.
final
The
question.
guys are in
I
our
got it.
phone. Why
Time
do you
out,
keep
time
saying
out,
where they
time
at?
out.
I don't get that part.
The
But we
difference
don't
is,
want them.
I really
got one of your
could do it.
You gotta
You
ask.
know, I don't know you enough to say this.
You don't.
But the average girl.
You already
'cause,
lost me. You
we
already not.
we also in the mix. Let's say this.
Yeah, we gonna wrap
We
it
in
up
the
after
we in
this.
the
I gotta
mix.
go
We
get
in the
my
mix
baby.
between.
I wanna
We in the
know-
mix
that's my
between
last
making
question.
this general and making
Make
it
it quick, 'cause
personal.
I gotta go.
But I think, and
It's
I
gonna
could be
make y'all
wrong.
argue.
I think you know damn well you can't actually call that nigga.
Who settles more?
You can't rely on men though, period. And
You
I'm
know
saying
that.
it's
And I can rely on any girl because the
ahead.
average girl is just
Who's
a
No,
good
you
woman.
can't.
Go ahead, 'cause I'm not about to prove
all
it.
women are good women.
No, they're
Let's
not.
make that
They're
clear.
not. The average girl is, at least what I'm gonna get next to, the average girl
Hello?
is a good woman.
He just wants somebody that's gonna
Whether I'm a
clean it.
fuck
That's
nigga or
that's
not.
average to him.
Yeah.
You
Yo,
bare
y'all
minimum.
believe it?
That's
Average
easy.
woman.
Bare minimum.
I think,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
if nothing else,
Go ahead,
if
ask your
y'all
question.
really
I
don't
gotta go
believe
get my
me,
daughter.
Yeah, I'm gonna just end
y'all
it
are
'cause my
damaged
cousin
because
here.
of
Go
the
ahead.
niggas y'all
Oh.
dealing with. They're
Well,
not gonna
wrap
tell
it
you
up then.
this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
saying-
I know for a fact. I experienced it.
We're
All right,
on
go
next
ahead.
question.
Oh, you want me to ask a final question?
Yeah, go ahead.
We about to
Last one.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Who settles more, men or women, when it comes to a relationship? Yeah, see, I know how to ask the
Mr.
good
Settlement
questions.
himself.
Yeah, I gotta ask the,
This is the
I know how to ask the
settlement.
good questions.
king.
So if y'all want to argue about that while I go answer
just said
the
it
door
didn't
for my
matter.
cousin,
Everything I know.
Okay.
No. Let's
I'll
wrap
be
it
right-
up.
I'll be
Let's
right
wrap
back.
it out the right way. Let's wrap it out the right.
Okay.
I'm gonna purposely stay out of this.
Cause I gotta go get mine.
that was the question.
All right. So
Right.
who
Oh,
settles
you
more,
saying-
You can leave.
men or women?
You still want to talk?
All right, cool.
I would say women. Exactly.
We settle more.
Women settle.
That's how you know you biased.
No, I'm really trying to think. I'm trying to give you an honest.
Yep. Especially when we get to a certain age, women start to settle.
Yo,
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm
whatever
gonna have
it
to
is-
say
whatever
men
it is-
settle more.
whatever it
because-
is- whatever it is that
actually
you gotta
she's
go
right,
do.
because
They'll
men
take-
settle more. Yeah,
They'll take
take anything.
anything. You get what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
they'll take a
What
girl.
niggas are y'all talking about, matter of
She's
fact?
right.
You
I didn't think of that.
Actually, like
You
specifically,
you
we're talking
you
about
are
you.
bugging.
You just
You
said.
are bugging out.
No, you just said.
I
you
said
would-
everything that I have. Put it this
No,
way.
we talking
What?
about the typical.
You gotta go do
guy,
something right now, right?
Which is you also said that you don't mind the standard as long as she does these.
I did not say I don't mind the standards.
All
I did
right,
not say that.
listen. Those qualifications that you said to us,
Wifey qualifications.
yes, that's basic to us.
Basic.
Right? That's basic.
I know. That's my point.
All right, so y'all
That's
settle
basic
more.
to women.
So y'all settle more.
That's not basic to niggas. I ain't cooking. I ain't doing this. Or the average
Hey.
nigga's not doing that.
But
That's
y'all settle
basic
more.
to y'all. Y'all gonna do that. That's what I'm saying. Whether ugly, whether big, fat, skinny, pretty body, this, that, and third, you just said it out your mouth. That's basic to us. As women, that's a fact because you are nurturers. You are nurturers just as women.
Look
You
what I
were
came
born
back.
that
I
way.
love the questions that I asked. They start so much shit.
Yo, you got something to do right now. You got something to go do
I
right
do.
now. You just said that, right?
Yep. So y'all
Whatever
know.
it is that you
we'll
gotta
continue.
do,
We'll
whatever it is
continue.
that you gotta do, there ain't one nigga you can call to go do it for you. If I had to do those same things, I could
You
call a
wanna join?
multiple
You wanna take my
amount of
seat?
women that could go do it for me.
You can ask one of them out there if they want to join too, or if she wants to
Oh,
join.
it's
you
more
can
than one
join.
person.
Yeah.
Oh, watch that
There's
headphones.
my cousin and
On your
two
head.
girls.
On your head.
We could continue the episode. You want to say goodbye?
And he got crazy, but I love you. Fuck yeah. I actually would like you to actually be the one, but that ain't gonna work.
The
right?
one what?
Like-
You just
like-
called your girl and
like
your baby
shit.
mother on the phone. You lost me.
No, the fuck I didn't.
Yes, you
She
did.
called me.
Yo, niggas ain't.
Yeah.
Can we clip that? Can we clip that?
Oh no,
He
this is
said,
all content.
She called me.
My mind is like
that
content,
was fire.
content. This is amazing.
That was fire. Did you
I
hear
asked
him?
a question and left so smooth. Look, see, I
Did you
told
hear
y'all.
him?
I'm trying to be the best
Yo,
host in
you'll
the
run it
world.
back.
She did though.
You'll
She
see.
called me.
Yeah, I'll
though.
get to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah, say goodbye, and then I want to hear y'all answers to my question.
All right, guys. See y'all later. I gotta go get my baby. I'm taking a shot though before I go. Oh, nice meeting you,
Nice
Kayla.
meeting you,
Before the
too.
episode ends, I
Okay.
want you, we got
course,
some
of
questions for
course,
her.
yeah.
Okay.
It just kind of went all over the place a little bit, but
Gotcha.
I do want both of y'all to.
Now y'all blaming me. I feel like
Yeah.
y'all blaming
No,
me.
I was over here
Yeah,
like.
I know.
I was over
It-
here
that-
like, you felt the energy.
I know.
It was
I
like,
did.
It's like, nah. But look, I definitely want both of y'all to just speak about what y'all got going on, what's expected for y'all to come. And like I said, I told you on the phone, I needed this podcast for you guys to just be like, let your
Yeah.
hair down a little bit. This wasn't no like, where you have
Well,
to
I got a
be
baldy,
super-
so it wasn't no hair I was laying down.
Well, let your threads down. You got your threads singing.
I'm starting my new beard. You like it?
Anyway. I want y'all to definitely talk about what y'all have going on, and I want to invite y'all back on the podcast again separately,
Okay.
so we could elaborate a little bit more, and then y'all can meet Jess as well. He's also on the podcast, but he's
Oh,
working.
nice. Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to get a picture
Right,
real quick.
natural. A natural.
Oh,
You got
sure,
you guys on the
yeah.
show, right?
Take a picture.
And wait, time out. I hope
She wants
I
to get a
didn't
picture with
I
you.
hope I didn't put a bad like taste in your mouth. Like yes, it got challenging and all, but it was just the sake of the
I'm ready
convo.
for
No,
this.
I don't want you to
would
really
chew
be
you
mad
up
and
if
be.
my daughter wasn't. If I had to go get my daughter, I would chew you up.
How old is your daughter?
She's 5.
5. My daughter's 2.
I know,
Look at them, they wanna
Myla.
play
You told me
together.
so much about Myla. She's so
This is the
Dang.
Okay.
I gotta meet Myla. We can go on a little play date.
Oh, look at us doing. Yes.
Doing parents.
Look at that. And we light skinned.
And we light skin.
And we light skinned.
Now we was in here arguing about because I call him light skin. He's like, I'm light skin. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, I thought you was light skin.
I'm just gonna go like
Anybody else want
this.
to try before we?
I do.
He's probably about. You gonna shoot him
I just want
at
to have.
I don't know.
I don't think we're gonna shoot episode.
No.
No.
Okay, so let's get. Yeah, take our picture.
Okay, yeah. Let me just end this. This Hood and Us podcast. We talk about that real hood shit. Justin, I know this is like a terrible outro. They just got up. I had to go get my cousin from outside.
That's why I said we're gonna have them come back on.
So
We're gonna do this.
yeah, we're gonna do this again. I like this though.
Look at my ass. Y'all ain't saying.
I like this though. I like talking about,
Dummy, if you thought I
the
ain't
things
look at
that
your
people
ass,
keep
what you
inside
talking
of their
about?
heads. I like finding out why people choose who they chose. I feel like I learned a lot today. I usually do when I speak to women. And you were a great.
I feel like he was a little bit biased at some points because I know damn well as much as I did too much, I think he could have been more on my side with certain points because these ladies that we did, one, they all beautiful. They
You want me to tell you why I think I'm a good host? Because I
No,
don't.
first of all, I know you're a good host.
Why-
Why didn't they say nothing about you
Why
being a
I
host?
think I'm a good host is because I don't try to win conversations. I just want to listen. I just want to hear what you have to say.
That's fair.
Put your
That's
point
fair.
out there. I'm not trying
That's
to win.
fair. No, that's fair. That's
So
fair.
we
That's
can
fair.
Take the
That's
picture
fair.
real
That's
quick.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we're gonna continue. Alexis just had to leave, and Sam was her cousin, so she left as well. But we're gonna continue. See, people actually like me. They be like, you don't have to be liked. It's all about respect. You should be feared over love. I want to be liked. I don't think it's a people-pleasing thing to actually want people to like you. They like me. They want to continue having a conversation, so we will. Anybody want to start this off, or I can go back into our subconscious?
Where we going?
What do you look for in a woman? Like when you're trying to choose your partner.
Like specifically
When you're looking for
like when I'm a girl, like somebody I'm gonna be with exclusively.
Yes.
I just want her to be a shorty. I want her to be feminine. I want her to understand that I'm a man And yeah, I'm gonna want to have sex a lot. I do food slips my mind a lot. So think about my stomach for me. I don't mind if you go out and you want to conquer the world as well. If maybe you want to be a lawyer, maybe you want to go to college after we have children and all that stuff. Cool, but you still have to be a shorty. That's my thing. I look. I think it's even sexier if you a lawyer. Just come home, take that shit off, and get right. Like, I just think it's real hard to find a wife and a boss chick in the same person. That would be great, but I don't think it's happening.
Right. Okay. And what about you?
Say it again. No, I did. I definitely heard it. You
Okay,
said, what
so
do you look for?
yeah,
But
what do
I
you
just
look
wanna
for
hear it.
in
I
a
just wanna-
partner?
Like a significant other?
Your significant
could
other,
also be
not
best
not
friend.
just yeah.
I don't. Damn, man. I feel like my answers will be like okay,
Simple.
I'm being deep, but it's honestly, I don't look for any specific thing. So technically, my answer would be that, and then it could just shut off right there.
Yeah.
But if I'm thinking and I'm looking, because I haven't yet, in other words, I haven't yet actually looked. Like, what am I looking for? But if I did, first and foremost, and everything after that, matter of fact, right here, be God-fearing. Be a woman of God. Because your morals and everything that you do moving forward from that is based off of the fact that you're not living in this world just based off of you being a human. You living in this world based off of how you feel, one, for the after, and two, because it's not me watching you. God is watching you. So that's it. I think everything will fall in line from there. That's it.
Right. That's a good answer.
What?
Right.
Yeah, I like this question. What I look for, like if I'm gonna make a girl my wife, I just want her to follow my lead. And then there's other things that I'm attracted to. But y'all were talking earlier before about I think I asked the question, can she be attracted to a guy that doesn't lead?
Yeah. That was one question.
I don't think that they can. So I know if she's not attracted to me anymore, then I'm probably not leading correctly. So that's not all on ya. It's just personally, maybe you may agree with this or not. I think many men do. I just think that women don't understand men and vice versa.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Because when you ask me what I'm looking for, it's like, it's extremely simple. Just listen to me. But
I
they
think
hate that.
I
They
think-
hate that.
I think
They
to
don't
the-
want to listen to us.
I think to that point, it's right, because now it becomes more of a spiritual thing. Not saying that's wrong, but I think to that point,
The guy has to be
it
God-fearing.
goes to what I was saying, because it's like nothing is questioned when every single thing that you do in life is based off of the God that you believe in. Oh, well, no, I can't say the God, but God. So it's at least that that's not my. I don't know. I could be wrong. But outside of that, if it's just physical and if it's just a physical thing and it has nothing to do with the spirit at all, which everything has to do with the spirit, but cool. We talking, we on. So, yo,
Like,
be
we
dope.
talking physically attractive now?
No. I'm saying in the physical, like actual, just physical world. Because I think where I went was more of a spiritual thing when I said God. Because I ended it at just God.
Yeah.
So I'm
If
also
you're dealing
gonna-
with a
I'm also gonna
girl,
end-
maybe
yeah,
you've been seeing her for a while.
Exactly. So
What makes you make her your girl?
One, the conversation. Definitely the conversation. Like how we talk, whether we texting, whether we're on the phone. Well, first of all, if we could be on the phone and I could actually just talk and we just talking, that's fly in itself, because that's so rare. I really don't want to be on the phone that much. So that, and then you got like the mutual interest. It's like, oh shit, you fuck with The Office too? Who your favorite character? Shit like that. Like me personally, shit like that. Or what movie you like? It's like, and we talking, and then after that, ultimately, maybe now I'm going a little further than it would be if it's just in the beginning. But ultimately, it's how do you respect, or how do you treat me, or how do you still want me when you see my worst.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
took a lot to get to there, but I definitely agree with that. Many women have left me when I was at my worst. They've told me that I don't make enough money. They told me everything under the book. Yeah. I usually catch it quick. I be breaking up fast because if you're not sucking me and fucking me and seeing me like a king, I'm going to be like, what's going on? Then she going to tell me, and then I'm like, all right, I'm out because I can't provide that right now. That's how my life has been.
So have you been working on that?
We getting personal. But
You
just,
can exit.
Nah, keep all that. Keep all that.
all right,
Keep all that.
She asked it too, like she interested. I like that. Of course.
Okay. All right. So what's your question?
Okay, yeah. Let's see. I got any more questions? We're about to get real personal there. But y'all know me. I be sharing all of my stuff. Let's see. Does the person who has more options have more power in the relationship?
Yes.
No.
Okay, all right.
My answer is no.
The answer is no.
My answer is
The
yes.
answer is yes. I personally think, yeah, hell yeah. Nobody likes to talk about this, but hell yeah. And I also think that men are weaker now because women have access to more men. They don't have to, it's not reserved to their neighborhood anymore.
I don't think that's a now thing. I think in general.
Well, no,
always
but
been the case.
now I can DM your girl. Like I'm your
Oh, yeah,
competition.
yes.
You could live in
yes,
Arizona,
yes,
but I'm your competition now. She could see me on IG. Yeah, I'm sexy.
yes.
She
Right.
could- and I can DM her.
And that's just a
she can
regular.
start questioning you.
That's just somebody regular. You could also do that same thing with a fucking artist. Yes. I agree with that part.
So
yes.
okay, you think so? And anybody?
But
wanna,
wait. Say the question again. I like that, so I know exactly before.
Does
I
a
answer.
person who have more options have more power?
So I say no. Well, one ultimately is subjective. That's what I would say. But and then it's just within the situation you're in. So I think I say that because as much as we're talking general, I'm just thinking me, not just, but because I'm basing my main answer off of me. So that's probably why I say no.
Okay.
I could understand where yes is the answer. So when I say me or I think me, it's no. Because one, I've been in that. So it's technically yes. You do. Well, wait. Time out before I answer fully. What do you mean by more power?
That's a
Yeah. I need to know that.
That's a
before I
great
answer.
question. Power is so elusive. It's so subtle. But it's there, and you could feel
I
it.
kind of think I know what you mean, but just if you can, just give
Like
me
Goku, like a Super Saiyan.
That's like saying who has more power, who has more money,
who makes more money,
who makes more money, which person has the more power.
And that's kind of where I
Obviously,
would go
the
with it.
person who has
So
more money has
I
the
think
power.
that options is power.
Yeah, options is power. Definitely.
It is, but we're talking about significant others, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about significant others, ultimately in the world we live in, especially America, options is 100%. If it ain't 100%, I think it's damn near right there. So I would ultimately say yes. But we're talking significant others. That means there's feelings involved. That means there's love involved.
Mm-hmm.
That outweighs everything.
You think so?
Yes, because them options and all of that are put it this way, it's both. Here's my answer. My answer is yes and no. Because technically you do have more power. If your question is just strictly who has more power, yes. I think I was answering it more off of is said person using that power, or when are they going to use that power, or did they use that power? Because you can use that power because you have more options. Yes. But then that's why I also asked you what is the power? Because what are they powering over? You could have more. Okay, now here's the flip to this. I make more money than her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the breadwinner, all of that.
Okay.
But she has more options, meaning there's other men that want her.
So she has more power.
Okay.
Because she
Let-
has the same men
What-
and
what
the
is that?
same caliber.
No.
I got a better question.
Okay, but you use that caliber, or you use. I mean, you
I
deal
have a-
with those men.
Wait.
But
Nothing compares to that one person.
I truly want to
Of
see how
course.
y'all feel about this.
I gave her a certain lifestyle. How was you? What are you about to do? Okay,
Yeah, but
'cause
all,
the
all my other options could give me that lifestyle too.
yes, go try it. But you know, for
No,
a
I
fact
know
you
that they can. Cause my what I'm saying is, if you're saying that, okay, my option, I have options, right? All the options that I have, I'm gonna know that they're going to be either equal to you or above. So I'm never gonna have lower options because that means that I'm downgrading myself. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but as far as what?
As far as
Because
like,
I also might look better than them. I also might fuck you better than them. I also might. So
but what
is
if
it-
my options have everything else too?
And that what if is very, very, very.
Okay, let's
thin.
just say my options are that. My options are that they either look better or they have more money or just the same amount of money, and those are my options.
Okay.
So that means I have more power.
You have more power. You believe that? You have more because also
Than
now
him,
But now talk about
because he only
his power.
What do you
So-
think? So I heard you mention power couples earlier. So it could be either equal, the man has more, the woman has more. But in the healthiest relationships on the planet Earth, who do you think holds the power? Like, do women feel more comfortable in a relationship where the man has more power, or
I think
where they
any,
have more power?
I think any man, and this is including me, whether I've exercised it correctly, or whether I'm still learning it, or whether I've practiced it correctly or not. I think personally, any man that's a man, and any man that knows better, or any man that, like, when I say knows better, I mean not what just knows better, like knows better spiritually, physically, mentally, all of that. I think personally, my disclaimer is, I think personally, any man should know that a woman is everything, and she controls and she runs everything. This is her world.
Oh, I disagree.
That's what I think. Okay. Well, I would like to know why. Why?
I just think that relationships go better when the guy has options or more options. It just
Oh, you told no, because see, and that's why I always keep asking. Yo, repeat the question. Because wait, what is the question? Because maybe I can agree with that, but what is the actual question that you asked?
It was the healthiest relationships. Who do you think wields the power? Like, are women happy in relationships where they have all the power? Like she just
Yes.
said.
Okay, I still stand
Yeah.
on that. I stand on that now even more because ultimately, like we were talking earlier, which I don't know if
I
you
think is the main
cutting
issue.
this
I
up.
disagree, but
Got you. But I don't know if you cutting this up to match for earlier. But what I'm saying is, what I said earlier was, remember I said a woman marries who she wants and fucks. No, a woman fucks who she wants and marries who she can. A man marries who he wants and fucks who he can. I think ultimately from that slogan, quote unquote, I think ultimately a man that's getting in a relationship is only even getting it because we get, and this also goes back to a lot of what I was saying in the thing, we're going to get what we want out of, I mean, unless you just, that's the thing, unless you just have a ain't
So-
shit, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm dragging it, but hold on. Unless you just have a ain't shit girl, I'm not talking about that. But the average girl that we're going to get next to, and I say we because I would like to assume that you would be next to that too. The average girl we're going to get next to is doing everything we want technically already because that's the reason why we're continuously to be next to you unless I just had sex with you and then left. So when we're in a relationship and I chose to be in a relationship with you, that says a whole lot because what are you really doing so much different than just the next girl next door that I could get? Because she's going to cook for me, she's going to fuck me, she's going to clean, she's going to do that. So I think the woman has the power based off of the fact that you chose me. If I'm that woman, it's, if she knew better and she really knew how a man, or at least how I'm thinking how a man thinks, you chose me. You could have did this with anybody else. You chose me.
so you
So
feel
technically,
like,
there's a power just in that alone. That's why I think that.
and do you think
the
and-
power to be chosen, but you also have the power to be unchosen too.
Yes,
you can
that's-
definitely like so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
agree
I
with
just
that.
want
No, I agree with that. I agree
a
with
straightforward
that.
answer to the question. You can elaborate if you want. When do you think the relationship is the healthiest? When the guy has more options, when the girl has more options, or equal?
When they equally have more
I say when
equally
the guy.
have options.
I say when the guy.
I agree.
But I also say when the guy because a lot of what, like I said before too, a lot of what we're saying is general, but then I'm also having no choice but to match it to my world. So what I've experienced is me having more options. Cause okay, they say, and whoever they is, but I agree with the saying, be with somebody that loves you more than you love them.
I was just gonna say that too. That's funny.
So I've always been, or not always, but majority of the time I've always been the guy who had more options than the
See,
girl I'm dealing with. And when it went wrong, I know and I could take accountability that it's probably my fault, and it was my fault. But I've also had a girl who had more options than me, and that alone, it brought a certain type of insecurity to me that just as a man, and I never said it out loud to her, so that's crazy. I'm even saying this now. I never actually said it, but I felt it. Like, God damn, she bad as shit. She could be with anybody. I started
Why
questioning,
me?
like, why are you with me? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Can't think like that. Yeah. Can't
So
think.
that's
Yeah.
why I think that. Yeah.
That's a true statement.
Okay. All right. I like. Yeah, sure. You're welcome. So, Kayla, you have your own podcast. What do you guys talk about on Yas?
So my podcast is called The Local Hotspot, and we pretty much talk about relationships and the economy and what they do. Whoever I'm interviewing. So I interview artists, entrepreneurs, motivators, just public speakers, anybody who really is like driven and who wants that exposure. We pretty much just shine light to them, to the to the community. And I'm also a singer too as well. So I sing, I rap, I do pop and R&B.
How long have you been doing that?
Since I was 14 in the studio. Yeah.
okay.
And I've been singing since I could remember because I was born and raised in the Baptist church. So I've always been on like the church choir, always in plays, always in theater, singing, going to other churches to sing to as well. So I can never, I can't remember a time where I wasn't singing and focusing on my artistry. When I turned 14, I finally got into the studio, and then I've just been doing music ever since. And I came a very long way, and I enjoy doing what I do. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, I like
I
that.
think that's dope. I think that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The first girl that I was really ever in love with, she was an artist too. We was like a power couple, artist couple.
Oh,
I never had that.
I'm-
That would probably be crazy.
I'm attracted to creative women.
what's your sign?
I guess.
A Taurus,
Aquarius,
Nope.
Libra.
Pisces.
Nope.
I don't know. I'm done.
I remember one time I told this story.
He's a
before.
Gemini.
I told this story before, but I remember one time, the first time I got introduced to the sign shit, because half of like my right side of my brain is like, it's bullshit. And then the left side of my brain is like, man, that is true. My brother do act like that. And I know. So like, it's like both for me. And I was at this party, and me and my friend are both water signs. We didn't care at the time. But this girl walked up to us, and now that I think about this, she was very direct. But she came up to us. She was like, "Oh, you guys look cool. Da, 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 blah. What's your guys' signs?" Da, da, da. And I was like, "I'm a Cancer, and he's a Scorpio."
Oh,
She
you
was like,
Cancer?
"Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, that's why you guys are best friends and you get along and da da da, because you guys are both water signs." And I remember that made me deep dive into like astrology, and I was reading it, and I was just like, "Okay, it sounds like me." Like they're really general and vague a little bit, but
Cancers are emotional.
But
yeah,
what-
everyone
what-
says that, and I
what-
do
what-
believe I'm
No,
an
we are.
emotional
We are.
person, but
we are.
I think it's
Well,
it's-
what month are you Cancer?
I just
Sorry.
think it's an invalid statement because I think all people are emotional.
No, yes,
We're a
but,
lot of
but
water
I
signs
think
are.
we know what they. I think we know what they mean when they say that. If I can't say if because if you're Cancer, you're Cancer. But and I'm not go too big on it, and I'm gonna say why I even choose to believe in it. But what month Cancer are you? Like what is your birthday?
July 5th.
July. Look at me. Like I fucking know the answer. But I just do know from experience and also being a Cancer. That's one thing that okay. The later month because it starts June, but the later like I'm June 27th. The later, but also early July. They have a way of not fully being
See,
all
when
the way
people
emotional.
talk like this,
but
you can continue.
so they have a way.
I just feel like this is all cap. That's where
no, and
it's like, eh.
rightfully so. Got it.
Yeah.
But what's so crazy is even just your mannerisms and now knowing, and I think you told me earlier when we was out there, you said it, but I didn't watch for that. Now I'm understanding and watching for that. You literally, to what I'm at least looking at, remind me of someone, which is a brother of mine, that is a later Cancer.
Okay.
So that already, at least, even if you don't believe, it doesn't do nothing but make me more believe because it's like, oh shit,
see, I
I get why you say that, and he would have said that too, and this, that, and the third. So I see that.
Yeah, I mean, I do think astrology holds some weight. It's just it's hard for me. I'm an earthling. I need facts. So it's like it probably is true. It probably.
Well, I sorry to cut you.
But when they say things like you're emotional, it's like, yes, I am.
So it's a fact.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like everyone is emotional.
Well,
Like,
yes.
I don't know.
would you
That's
have known that me and him are both Cancers? No, because we're acting totally.
How much time
Yeah.
has she spent with us to really
Yeah.
have to answer
Yeah,
that
that
question?
too.
though?
That too.
That's a big factor.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
too.
Very
That's what I'm
big
saying.
factor.
I'm kind of like.
No,
You
but
know what I hate? You know what I hate? I hate how people put so much emphasis on the signs. Oh, this person's a Leo.
That's time out.
That's
Time out.
annoying as fuck to me.
Time out. And when I say time out is because where I was about to go with it is, and this is under my belief. Whoever doesn't believe, that's how you feel. And even if you do believe and you don't see it the way I'm about to say it, I just want to let it be known.
People are gonna love
Got
you
it.
on the internet.
Biblically, what's crazy about astrology is, according to what I believe, let me make sure I say that. We're talking astrology and I'm mentioning the Bible. That's a touchy thing with politics and religion or whatever. Not religion, but whatever. One of the main reasons outside of experience, but because on how strongly I strongly believe the Bible is the dead truth, whether I understand it all the way, because I believe. But even in the Bible, and this is just me, I'm gonna stop giving that disclaimer. Got it. Even the Bible, according to God, in the Bible it says, He doesn't say that it's not true. I don't know what verse. Don't do that to me. So I don't. But what He says about astrology is, do not trust that.
All the way, fully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said it because I didn't know how I was going to actually say that.
That's where I'm at with it.
So, yes. And what I got from that, like we all do, I don't know, but like most people I think would do, you get what you got from it. So what I got from that was, oh, you ain't say this ain't the truth. You're just telling me, don't let this be the end all be all.
Exactly.
Don't let this be my God.
Yes, exactly. Shorties do that shit a lot. I hate that shit. I be looking at them dead in the face. I be like, damn, you think I act like this because I'm a Cancer?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fuck you and never take you serious. Like,
You know what? Yeah, that's your sign right there. Yeah, that's you.
yeah. It's
I
getting
think-
ridiculous.
Well, the same way I said to her, how long has she been around us? I don't know, but I promise you this. Now I'm going to start watching to see where we Cancers at.
Nah, yeah, I definitely have a lot of Cancer.
Because I really believe I'm definitely a Cancer, and that's not even my thing. I don't really care. But astrology in general, it's like, how can I not believe it all the way when I've seen so many people match the criteria? In other words,
Is your
so it's like,
brother a homebody? Cancers are usually homebodies.
and see, he's the later, so you're the later. So matter of fact, good. This is a good time to even do that.
And after this, we done with this.
What's so crazy? Yeah, got you. Be true. What's so crazy is that's why I'm technically yes, but he's also so much of a outside. Like when he is outside, he's the life of the party, which that's me. But I'm more of the extra. But technically, it's crazy. I never would have thought I would have answered this. But technically, now I think about it, and I could come, but technically, yes. But because I know how much he's the life of outside, like he's the one who makes everyone feel good when he's in a good mood.
Yeah,
outside.
I'm the same way too.
See,
that's why I'm the host right here.
Look. Yes.
I was the guy that everybody came to my crib. I had the studio in my crib.
See?
I thought I was a boss, but I was still living at home. Had the studio, doing engineering, smoking weed all day, having girls over. Girls I was
at your mama house.
Yeah, yep.
Why we was doing that at her house?
Wait, that's like wrong. That's like wrong. Well, you were a female, so you know damn well better than to bring a guy. But you know that's what you got brothers.
But that's that's how I.
Well, maybe they can't do that.
Everybody's upbringing is different, and that's how
that's
I know that's probably I wouldn't maybe have my kids do that eventually when I have kids, but
yeah, actually, very right.
And I'm not. My parents are the best. It's just they gave me a lot of freedom.
That's good.
They gave me a lot of freedom. That's why I'm sitting here, and I feel like I got a lot of things to talk about.
You used it the right way. You used it the right way. In other words, at least that's what I get from it. Because they gave you a lot of freedom, but I think you used it the right way clearly because that same freedom they gave you, you could have used the wrong way to where now that's taken from you.
I did a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah. So my last question.
I like your sword, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
both actually. Yes.
You have two swords. Like, do you have a thing with swords or like what? Oh my God! Open that again.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's pretty.
Actually, the
guy
really
a sword, like it's sharp and all that.
No. I kill him with kindness. That's why they call me Killbody.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
But I was just doing a little TikTok YouTube video the other day explaining the sword because rarely people ever ask me. But I'm cut from a cloth where my dad watched a whole bunch of kung fu movies, samurai movies. I was always into like Dragon Ball Z and anime and all of that shit. And
you watch Bruce Lee movies?
Helping you out, yeah, of course. Helping you out a little bit. In the Bible, it does say to remain childlike, and that's what this sword does for me. It just lets me remember my roots, to speak from my own opinion. Yeah. I can be influenced just like anybody else. If I hang around niggas that don't got no goals and they ain't trying to go nowhere in life, I'm gonna be the next nigga complaining just like those niggas. Yeah. So the sword is just my values, my morals. Yeah. And when we get on the podcast, I like to hold it because it's like, all right, I know where I came from, but that doesn't mean that I can't listen openly to somebody else and maybe they're doing something a better way. Yeah. Maybe they have more experience than me in a certain department. Maybe they make more money, or maybe they have a fitter body. Maybe they actually are in a marriage and is healthy, and I can be like, oh, I always thought about it this way, but you saying something, you giving me game right now. But the sword just makes me not go with the wind. It's like the roots to the tree.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but cancers are very deep too. They're very deep. Yeah. Which explains the sword in your backstory for it.
Yep. Philosophy. I'm a deep philosopher. All I do is overthink about everything all day. My challenge in life, my personal spiritual challenge, was to become more of a doer because I could live in my head.
I live in my head so much. Wow.
Self-awareness, that's what this is too.
I live in my head.
I love to preach self-awareness. If you know yourself, you can find your way in this planet. Stop trying to control everybody else. Learn to control your motherfucking self. I still got flaws that I'm still trying to control.
All of us do.
Yep. So I love that you asked that. That was a great question.
Thanks.
No one ever asked me.
Oh.
They're just like, oh, your stories are cool. Da, da, da.
Yeah, that was.
But there's a
definitely
reason.
good question. And then, well, you know what the crazy thing is? I might have not have thought it was a good. Not saying it was a bad question. I wouldn't have known why it's a good question without such a good answer, too. So y'all both just did that. Like I got to get a moment out of that.
And
'Cause
you
technically could have just been like, oh, what's up the sword? I just like him.
I
Right.
met you
That
when
that actually took it even deeper. Pause. So that yeah. That
I
was
met you. I feel like this happens for a lot of guys in their late 20s. It's like it's maybe something spiritual. Maybe I just haven't read it yet or found it. But I would bet that many guys have like that mature moment when they actually start thinking about life and all that shit for real and what they got to do like in their late 20s. So when we first met, like doing open mics and all that stuff, I was still Kamal, I think. I just used to go by my normal name as a rap name, which I kind of like doing. I like being Kamal.
I was about to say, I don't think that's and I don't know what Kamal rapper, but keep going.
But I had a shift in thinking because I maybe we could relate here. We were talking about this earlier about not releasing our music and all that stuff because I'm a fucking perfectionist. I just want everything to be perfect, and I never used to get shit done. But I've changed. I'm growing.
It's good.
Thank you. But yeah, so I became Kill Body in 2017, and I had a rebrand. I'm like, I'm not Kamal no more. I'm gonna be Body, Big Modi, Kill. And it started off by like killing off all of my old habits. Like it's basically a name to let people know that unlearning can be more important than learning sometimes.
Yeah, and you know what? Wow, that's so. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so dope because that you know what that brings me to. That makes me think of what did Lauryn Hill say? She said,
Love me some Lauryn Hill.
in other words, the one who knows something knows that he knows nothing at all.
Exactly. Socrates. Yeah. I'm also a big reader. I usually leave y'all with like books or something. What am I reading right now? I'm reading Lives of the Stoics. It's not that good. It's not as good as I thought, but I'm into philosophy, so I can still listen to it. But yeah, I should read that.
That's dope. That's dope. That's really
All right, I got personal questions before
Go
we
ahead,
get
do your
off.
thing.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Do y'all like audiobooks or physical books better? I ask everybody this.
Physical.
Yeah, I was about to say I like
Let's
physical.
get
I like
physical.
physical, but I'm actually when it becomes a matter of books or physical, I find myself being more audio. But I know for a fact that I like physical better. I understand it better. I read it better. But then also the flip side is that one thing with me, and I don't know if this is like a mental thing. I don't know. It's as I'm reading. It's like I could go through the whole fucking paragraph and then I'd be like, I don't even know what I just read. Let me go back.
Yeah, it depends.
So when I'm hearing it, I have no choice but to hear it unless I'm tuning it out.
Yeah,
But
some writers can be mundane. You got to have a really good writer, somebody who's like I've read all of Robert Greene's books.
I love James Patterson.
I read
James Patterson is
what has he wrote?
nigga.
What has he written?
He does. Well, I can't. Oh, fuck. I'm mad because I now want to sound like one of them people that know books. But I can't
like
give you actual
Napoleon
title.
Hill's
But he
books.
basically what his actual thing is like more of a suspense and thriller. But he writes Alex Cross. In other words, is one of the main characters of James Patterson. And Alex Cross is a detective.
I've definitely seen. Okay, all right, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's fiction.
They actually got a show.
I can only read nonfiction.
If you look,
I can read, but fiction. But I don't think I've ever read a fiction book in my life.
Do you read? I want to ask you. Do you read like
yeah.
them like no, not do you read? I'm sorry, not.